the system.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy, the healest of Balors, Sim Balor, Prince Balor, all of the freaking rest. And we're back. We are back. It is the first podcast of the new freaking year. Wow, 2020 is finally here. Did you miss us? I hope you did. It's been a while. I'm back. The Losers Lounge is back. And wow, Royal Rumble and Worlds Collide are in the books. Both were amazing shows, and we're here to talk about them. But I'm not alone. I'm here with my fellow losers. Of course, we have the man himself who was at both events, the Double R, Ryan.
What's going on, everyone? So, and it is good to be back. It's been a while. I can't remember the last time I was on the podcast. It's been a while, but anyway, it is good to be back. A trip to Houston was absolutely amazing. Worlds Collide, Royal Rumble. Oh my gosh, amazing events. So it is good to be back. I hope you guys missed me. I missed you guys too.
Oh, well, I missed you, Ryan. Really did.
I missed you too.
And of course, we have Christian freaking Maracle. What's up, buddy?
It's always wonderful to be back on the Losers Lounge. First off, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys for being patient with me. I've been out for a while. I want to take a moment and say, did not make much content over the last week or two because I've been out on business. So I'm back here now. I got some stuff I'm working on for you guys, but I'm just glad to be back on the Losers Lounge podcast because I haven't done this since we predicted TLC. Actually, wasn't we reviewed TLC or whatever or whatnot?
Yeah, we reviewed it with 2 hours.
Yeah.
Just you and I.
Yeah, that's right. That means, Rice or Ryan, we have not seen you since the Hell in a Cell 2019 review.
Dang.
Wow. That's a long time. It's good to be back.
That's because we didn't do anything for Crown Jewel due to the fact that I was out with a mental illness. And there was a lot of other things going on which caused your schedules to, get, messed up. So
Yep.
We all went through that. But we're here now, folks.
We're back.
All right, now Willie, we're not alone here. It's not just us. Who we got?
We got a good friend of mine, K Money, Kashawn. Welcome to the podcast, my friend.
Thank you very much for having me.
The guy's got no space.
I'm really excited to be here.
Good to have you on.
It's all right. He's probably nervous. It's okay, though.
All good?
First time on a podcast of this type, it's all understandable. We've done over 50 episodes of this, and we still get nervous about it.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Willie, go ahead and kick us off. What are we talking about?
WWE Worlds Collide. And let me freaking pull up the card here because my dumbass here as I'm recording this, guys, I'm tired. I had a long night last night. Did not sleep that well for whatever reason. And believe it or not, even the night after Royal Rumble, I could not sleep. It's been weird. These past few days of pro wrestling have been draining me, literally. So, yeah, let's talk about Worlds Collide. I can get the card up.
But the one thing we can say is that, as well as said before, 2019 had no bad pay-per-views, and 2020 is kicking off the same thing.
Yes, sir. Yeah. We had TakeOver Blackpool, which was TakeOver Blackpool 2, which was pretty good. Wrestle Kingdom, which I watched, that was really good. And here we are, Worlds Collide. And it was a really good show, Ryan. You were there in person. What did you think of it?
It was a very entertaining card. I think all the matches were really good.
Yeah,
obviously I'm going to say my favorite one was Undisputed Era and Imperium. But I think
good match.
Every single match was good.
Okay, Money, what about you?
Me, I gotta say my favorite match, I guess it probably has to be DIY versus Mustache Mountain.
Oh my God, that was so good. Very, very good match. All right. So we got, let's take it off the kickoff show. We have Kaylee Ray defeated Mia Yim. It was a pretty solid match to kick off the card. Ryan, since you were obviously there, what did you think of it in person?
I thought it was very good. Obviously, Kaylee Ray, obviously playing the heel tactics in the match. For the most part, I thought it was pretty good. I think this was a very good back and forth match. Mia Yim got some really good moves in there, but
yeah,
I think for the most part, I think it was. I think it was a pretty good ending for the match. Kaylee Ray to use those heel tactics. So overall, very good match.
Okay, Money, what'd you think of it?
Well, I missed having it because I wasn't because I didn't want to watch the pre-show because I thought my voice would get destroyed before the main show even began.
Yeah,
but I caught the ending of it, and I gotta say that was a pretty nice finish with that roll up.
Oh yeah, a pretty good match. I really enjoyed it. I mean, I barely pay attention to it whatsoever, to be honest with you. Not to put any pressure on the women and stuff like that, but it wasn't really that. I wasn't really that interested. I mean, it being just a pre-show match, it was there. That was surprised Kaylee Ray won the match, and we kicked off the main show, which I actually predicted this right, surprisingly. Finn Balor against I cannot pronounce this guy's first name.
It's Ilya Dragunov.
Thank you, Christian. It's Dragunov. 14 minutes. This match was so much fun. And Balor, let me tell you guys, Balor has been doing very well as a heel. Prince, they're doing everything right. Like, everything they've done so far with heel Balor, no pun intended, has been fantastic, in my opinion. K-Money, let's kick off with you. What did you think of Dragunov and Balor?
All I can say is that was like some New Japan style of hard-hitting action.
Oh, yeah.
Then, like so many stiff punches going on through that match. It's like I was watching Tomohiro Ishii versus Kenny Omega for in the inaugural U.S. Championship tournament.
That was a good match, too. Really good. Yeah, but this match, man, Ryan, what did you think of it? Since you were obviously there. I'm going to say that a lot during this. I'm going to stop saying it.
No, it's okay. This match was an absolute killer match. It was fantastic. Obviously, I popped for Finn Balor. But I thought, for the most part, the other guy, I forget how you say his first name.
Dragunov. I'm just calling him Dragunov.
Dragunov, yeah. Yeah, I'll get better with it, but
same here.
Think of it as the word "ill" and then say "yeah."
Ilya Dragunov. Okay, there we go. Ilya Dragunov.
Okay. Yeah, Dragunov, he got some very good moves in there. I'm not gonna lie, he got some pretty good offense in there, pretty good momentum. Mm-hmm. And I think definitely he is definitely a rising star. For NXT UK, but Finn Balor, oh my gosh, it's just, this match was I'm not gonna say it was the best one, but it was definitely pretty close in my opinion. I thought it was very good. Finn Balor, he just does amazing. Yeah, he's done real good at NXT, so I definitely think I'm not gonna lie when I say this. I think he's done a whole lot better at NXT than he's done on the main roster. Not to say that his main roster run wasn't bad or anything, but in NXT, somebody's gonna be 10 times better than what they are on the main roster. But yeah, that was an absolute classic match. 10,000 claps.
Really good match. I mean, there was one point in the match, Balor got his nose cut, which was really worrisome for me.
Yeah, it was crazy.
I was like, oh my God, he freaking broke his nose. That was the first thing I thought. I'm like, he freaking broke his nose. But nah, it was really good. I love the transition he does, the coup de grace into the 1916, Bloody Sunday. It's a lot better calling it Bloody Sunday, but 1906, whatever he calls it. Finished off.
Yeah, I'm so glad he's bringing more of that move back.
Yeah, I love that. There's so much Bullet Club vibes, and I love it. They're doing so well with him as a heel, and it's everything that I personally would have dreamed of, and it's actually happened. And hope it brings up the live jacket. But overall, it was a really good match. I gave it a 4 out of 5. It was good, but not one of Balor's best matches since he's been back. And Dragunov, I get Dragunov props because this is my second time seeing him, so he's really good at what he does. Good match. And up next, we had a fatal four-way for the NXT Cruiserweight Championship when defending champion Angel Garza, that guy is cool, Isaiah Swerve Scott, Travis Banks, and Jordan Devlin. This was really good. This was a really good match. This was the second match of the night for me. And my boy Jordan Devlin, surprisingly, this was legitimately shocking for me, picked up the win in the title. That was, wow. Just my eyes were just shot open. I started oh my God. It was really good. K-Money, what did you think of it?
That match? Oh my gosh. That was something that it would seem like you would see on 205 Live, but like in an NXT, but literally at like NXT's version of Survivor Series. Holy shit! That was like some WCW cruiserweight type action. You know what I'm saying?
I watched WCW back in the day, so.
That actually reminds me. First of all, folks, you guys, those listening to this podcast may have noticed that I've hardly said a word so far, but the reason for that is because I did not watch Worlds Collide when I was in Virginia. I was busy taking care of other things, so I did not watch Worlds Collide, and I haven't been able to watch Worlds Collide in the days leading up to this podcast recording, so that's why I'm letting the other guys go ahead and take care of the review on this one while I'm just kicking back and waiting for the Rumble part. But I will say one thing. I did read the results, yes, so I don't mind being spoiled here because it's totally fine. What I do know is based on the 6 matches that took place, there's no winner. NXT and NXT UK are tied 3-3.
Yep, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's be a tiebreaker, though. I don't know where it's going to be at, though. Ryan, what do you think of the match? And Jordan Devlin picking up the win.
Oh my gosh, I'm so happy for Jordan Devlin. This match was absolutely nuts.
Yeah, you guys,
so many epic spots. Like I know some people like aren't a fan. Like there's not a lot of people that watch 205 Live and stuff like that. But when you watch these matches, especially when it's a fatal 4-way match, like it is an absolute classic match. I'm not gonna lie. It is an absolute classic match, especially this one killed it. And I'm beyond happy for Jordan Devlin. I think he definitely deserves it. And I'm just very happy for him. I worked out hard, and I'm just very happy for him. I think he deserves it. So, very good win.
Right. And wow, this match here, this one coming up next. This match to me was like, for me, match of the night. I'm sure you guys can agree with this one. DIY against Mustache Mountain. Oh my gosh. What a match.
Holy hell.
Oh my God. This match literally, I was on Skype calling friends. Came on, you were there. We were literally laughing throughout this entire match. Like, we don't know why we were laughing.
We were laughing like we were watching a fucking pre-WG match.
Like, it was that hard. Like, oh my God, like there was like so many spots I can't even name them off. Like it was a spectacular match. Like hell, I've been set 5 stars in my opinion, and that's very rare for me to put a Johnny Gargano match. Oh, did I just say that? I'm kidding. Nah. I don't rate failures. Nah, I'm kidding. I like Gargano. Calm down, internet. I like Gargano. All right, don't get your panties in a bunch. Anyways,
it's Christian Maracle who absolutely despises him, not heel Balor.
That's correct. We'll talk about little Gargano a little bit later too. But this match, man, oh my God, it delivered. It really did. So many spots, like just fantastic. Money, what do you think of it? And I gotta go do something, guys. So I'll be right back.
Holy! When I think about that match, holy, that is literally that. In my opinion, that has got to be not just match of the night. But that probably has to be match of the weekend. Like literally match of the weekend. Like you had so much hard hitting action. You had DIY back, and of course you had the hilarious moments in this match. It was like Adam Cole and the Bucks and PWG. That's how funny.
Oh yeah,
when Adam had that whole "suck my dick" gimmick, it was that funny. It was that funny.
Yeah, man. Like this match was overall a very good one. Ryan, what'd you think of it? I bet you were on the edge of your seat.
Oh yeah. The funniest part of this match was when it was Johnny Gargano and I think it was either Trent Seven or Tyler Bate. I can't remember which one it was. But anyway, they were messing around with each other, and they shook hands, and then Tommaso Ciampa got in, and then they tried to do like the Mustache Mountain pose and everything. Like that was just absolutely funny. Like that was pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
But overall, this match I would definitely say I don't know. It's really kind of up for debate, but I probably had to put this one as my second favorite match. But this was just an absolutely crazy match, without a doubt, from start to finish. And like, oh my, there was not enough words to express it. I was just up and down on my feet. And I was rooting for DIY, but I do love Mustache Mountain. They're a heck of a team, but crazy match and much respect to these two teams.
Overall, it was a really good match. 5 stars for me. It delivered. It was amazing. Might come back and rewatch it. Up next, we had Rhea Ripley defending the NXT Women's Championship against Toni Storm. And now, before we talk about this match, I bet everyone wants to know the Lounge's thoughts about WWE basically trying to, what's the word here? Christian, help me out here.
That's basically trying to make sure that the women are complete equal to the men, and which I personally don't have a problem with.
All right, neither do I. It's just a name change. I mean, I personally don't really find that much fault with it. The thing is, for me, like, the women mostly are not. Some of them can be on par with the men, and some can't. It's just,
we're living in an age right now where Tessa Blanchard is the Impact World Champion.
I know, right? Crazy. That was controversial, which we are not talking about. But, yeah, I mean, it just proves that women can do anything. But, you got WWE trying to push equality and shit. But, it is what it is. Becky Lynch came out and said some stuff on WWE Backstage a few weeks ago, and, this whole thing spiraled out of control. Twitter took it, and kind of myself took it out of proportion a little bit. But it's not really that big of a deal at the end of the day. I mean, a title is a title, but personally, I would much rather call it the NXT Women's Championship because it has its own division. The women's division, I don't care what anyone says out there. It's just it's how it is. Cameron, I know you want to talk about this. I mean, let's not take too much of our time talking about this topic, but go ahead.
Like, oh my gosh, like, there was so much I can say about this whole situation, and you and me and you was actually talking about this for like days ago.
Yep.
And sorry, I'm getting a little sick. And it's literally like the feminists want to take wrestling. You know what we said. You know what I'm saying? Like, we was talking about this like days ago.
Sure.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but wasn't wrestling like literally founded on men?
So correct. What?
Like, yeah. And I'm like, you guys literally have damn near everything. What else do you guys want?
What's next? It's gonna be getting the WWE title. That's what's next. I still like we were WWE pushing quality and shit. Let it happen naturally.
And even they're not even satisfied with having their own pay-per-view, their own matches, their own tag team titles. Yeah. And isn't the longest reigning women's champion Fabulous Moolah, who was really a piece of crap backstage? Didn't she have that reign of literally 28 years? 28?
I believe so. Yeah. I might not get that far, but yeah. But yeah, I mean,
like, if they want equality, that's fine, but take away the name of literally take away the name of women's title. That's kind of going a little bit too far.
Not really, because if you think about it, like, I don't really see it'll still be easy to tell the difference.
Call it the NXT title, the NXT World title. I even put that on Twitter a few weeks ago about this. Ryan, I mean, if you want to dip your hat in the barrel, I mean, what do you think about this entire situation? I mean, I know we don't. Obviously, we're controversial as hell.
Hold a second. Before Ryan starts, I just also want to say, like, what aren't they referring to the, like, Adam Cole's NXT titles, like, what, the NXT World Championship soon or something like that?
I believe Adam Cole kind of made a little hint at that last night on NXT. Well, obviously Wednesday on NXT as we're recording this. It's Thursday, but still, he made a little hint in reference to that he's the world champion, the NXT champion of the world. So they're probably throwing hints out there.
Because here's the thing, that actually would not distinguish the women's title and the NXT title apart. Because if they were both called the NXT title, then there would be like some problems. But if one's called the NXT World title, we'd be able to tell the difference. There was a time, remember, over like 10 years ago, the world titles were the WWE title and the world title, even though they were both world heavyweight titles.
Yep. I mean, personally,
we could still tell the difference.
Yep.
So I really think, like, in my personal opinion, the idea about the taking out the women's name is that it's totally fine with me because, like, it's totally fine with me because, like, I don't have a problem with women actually, being more equal to the men because, well, I don't see anything wrong with it. I just don't, like, understand why it's so wrong. Everybody has a lot of problems with it, or is it people just wanting to bitch about things all the time, like they always wanted to? That's why I just don't think there's really a big problem. Like, if they were hypocritical about what they were doing, then maybe we'd have a reason to complain. But I see nothing hypocritical about any of this actually. And that's why I don't really have much to comment on the situation because I'm like, it's fine, it's cool. I don't have it's all right. Just let them do what they want to do or something like that. I don't know. All right, Ryan, go ahead.
What you got, Double R? We can move on from this.
Do you want my opinion on the
name? I guess. I mean, apparently I guess the name changed to the NXT Women's Championship. Them naming it the NXT title to be on par with the men. And WWE forcing equality with that. That's how I see it. It's just WWE just keeps forcing it. That's my main issue with this. But go ahead, Double R.
I mean, honestly, I don't really have a lot of comments on it. But, I mean, if they feel like that's the direction they feel like going, then by all means, like, they have a right to. But I think the titles are just fine the way they are. I don't really think there's a need to change, but it's just kind of like whatever. But I don't know. I mean, I kind of think the titles are fine the way it is. I mean, really, I don't really necessarily exactly have a problem with it, but I would just kind of think that it's fine the way it is. So I think all the titles are just fine. So I mean, that's just that's my whole thing, but I don't have a lot of comments on it.
Yeah, and the name change really isn't going to do anything for a belt. I mean, a belt is a belt.
Yeah, I mean, there's not really need to change a belt name. I mean, it's just kind of, it would be like, changing, like one of the main titles, like, on the main roster. I mean, there's not really need for it.
It's like changing the Universal Championship into something else, or the WWE title into something else. But yeah, that's my main thing. It's like WWE's trying to force equality and shit. I just don't agree with that. For me, equality needs to happen naturally, and at this rate, WWE's just gonna keep pushing until they're gonna push away. But that's another topic for another day. The match was with Rhea Ripley and Toni Storm was okay, I guess. I mean, it didn't really light the world on fire in my opinion. I really didn't care for it, to be honest with you.
I suppose it was I suppose it was your calm down from the DIY match.
Yes, thank you, Chris. This was basically like the calm down from the DIY match. This was basically just to sit back, eat your popcorn. Like no disrespect to the women at all, but this was just really a calm down match for me at least. Cameron, what'd you think of it?
Yeah, it's pretty much a calm down match. I really don't have much to say about it. But the one thing that I couldn't look past was how they had Bianca Belair sitting in the crowd, and you know how I feel about Bianca Belair since that's another issue. She knows what she did. But other than that match was pretty fire. That was a pretty good match.
Bianca Belair, isn't she challenging for the women's title in TakeOver Portland, I believe?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That sounds awesome. All right, let's keep going.
Double R, what about you, brother?
For this match, I mean, it was okay, but I feel like I kind of feel like it was kind of short a bit. Like, it wasn't as good as the other matches that they've had in the past. But I mean, for what it was worth, I mean, there were some good spots in there. I just kind of wish it was longer. I mean, it was a good match. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was bad. It was good. I just think it could have been a little better. But I mean, yeah, it was okay. It was okay for what it was.
All right, not bad. Man. We had Imperium against the Undisputed Era. First of all, Undisputed Era's entrance was amazing. I love how they came through the smoke. That was literally awesome. And here I am rocking out on Skype. I'm doing the air guitar, Colorado. I'm having the best time of my life on there. And Imperium, we're all humming on the Imperium's theme. It was so cool. Match was really good. There was obviously a scary incident that happened. Yeah, Ryan, why don't you kick us off? I'll talk about this match in the end. What'd you think of it?
I think for me, honestly, this was match of the night. This match was absolutely crazy. Yeah, Undisputed Era's entrance, always awesome. Imperium's entrance, that's the first time I got to see it. That was pretty cool. But overall, this match was just crazy. A lot of crazy spots. My favorite spot was where Roderick Strong literally, like, I'm going to say angle slam, but he picked up, like, Walter and, like, slammed him through the announce table. Like, that was crazy. Like, that was, like, oh, my God. And also, another spot where Kyle Riley was like literally mocking Walter, like doing the Frankenstein walk. Like that was just insanely funny. But yeah, there's a lot of times I was hoping that Undisputed Era would get the win, but it didn't happen. But Walter got the win for his team. But it made a lot of sense for Imperium to win. I mean, sure, I would love to see Undisputed Era get the win, but I think Imperium really needed this win more. I think Undisputed Era is fine. I mean, they're okay with taking a loss. They'll bounce back. But I think this is to kind of get Imperium just kind of a little bit more over, kind of make them a little bit more dominant. And, yeah, that's just kind of my thinking on that. But also, really hope that Alexander Wolf was okay. I know that was kind of a really nasty spot. And hopefully he's okay. I think he got concussed, but hopefully he's okay.
Yeah. I got the win, not that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of wild. But yeah, overall, like there's a whole bunch of crazy moves. So definitely this was a crazy match, and the whole crowd was just going absolutely wild.
All right, that's all I got to say.
Yeah, I think so. Even though I was disappointed, Undisputed Era lost, but hey, you know what? It's all right.
Not bad, not bad. Came in match. Yeah.
Holy hell! It's like what made that match especially amazing to me is how after that thing with Alexander Wolf happened, it's like they basically came up with everything that happened on the fly. Like they performed the rest of the match on the fly. I remember we was talking about this on Skype when we was watching it. It was like, and like it seemed like Alexander Wolf was made to be in meant to be like a bigger role in that match, but since he obviously got injured, it's like they had to improvise the whole thing, and I think that's what really made that match extra great, extra special to me.
Okay, not bad. For me, it was really good. I mean, it's obviously for me second match of the night. Alexander Wolf getting hurt was really scary. You could tell Bobby Fish really felt bad about that. You could see a look on his face. He did not. He did not mean to do that. And the rest of the match was just crazy as heck. I mean, there's really so many spots I can name out, but like the chop that Walter did to Adam Cole, which is pretty cool. The way they put him, Walter did the announce table was cool. The ending spot was cool. I mean, there's some of the stuff I really can't remember, to be honest with you guys. But yeah, I mean, the match, Imperium needed that win more than ever. Because I think that down the line, Undisputed Era is going to start unraveling. Obviously, Roderick Strong just lost the North American Championship to Keith Lee, my boy, basking his glory. That's awesome. We'll talk about Keith Lee a little bit later in the Royal Rumble. But yeah, man, this was really good. I do think this is going to slowly lead to a break of Undisputed Era. You can tell like the lines are being drawn in the faction. And but yeah, overall it was a really good match. Imperium did need that win. Excuse me, I need that win more than ever. And yeah, it was a really good match. I really enjoyed it.
Whew.
That's all I got.
All right, that was Worlds Collide, ladies and gentlemen. Now, that being said, NXT and NXT UK are tied 3-3, so there is no winner amongst those two brands.
Crazy.
All right, all right, guys. Well, what we can say is that, NXT did win a Survivor Series, so they got that in their backup to the whole thing. So, yeah.
Yep. That's true.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to be back on the talkative side of this whole podcast because, well, I didn't watch Worlds Collide, thus had to stay like in a back seat or something. It's good to be here. We're now switching gears. We're talking about the Royal Rumble event, and this was awesome. This was the 33rd annual Royal Rumble event. 34th, if you want to count Greatest Royal Rumble, which we personally don't. But it was quite a number of great matches and other great moments, and I'm at least glad to say, ladies and gentlemen, we were all completely satisfied with the events of the Rumble, just like we were for last year's Rumble.
Right. For me, like, the whole event, like, was just amazing. The moments, obviously, we'll get to those moments. I'm floored by how good this pay-per-view was. Like, it was so good, literally. I gave this show and Worlds Collide a 9 out of 10. Both shows got 9 out of 10 for me because that's how good they both were. And, going into the event, I mean, I was very skeptical, obviously. Obviously, with the winners, I was really skeptical for both Rumbles. I surprisingly got both of them right on my channel. But the matches were good. It was just overall a really good show.
It was like one time where I'm actually glad that like a stadium of fans was actually more into the show because, well, most of the time, unless it's WrestleMania, the fans don't seem to be into the event. You know what I mean?
Yep, correct.
Whether it was the Saudi shows or the one in Australia.
Yep.
But and even in some ways, maybe aside from Becky Lynch last year, the crowd didn't seem to be into a lot of last year's Royal Rumble event.
No, not really. I mean, the matches last year were somewhat sidewinded. I don't know what the word is I'm looking for
Something
here.
like that,
but
yeah.
Thank you.
This year was a lot different, though, because, well, the fans were highly invested in a lot of the things. Hell, I can't believe I would ever say this. But first off, actually, you know what? On second thought, we're going to start things off by talking really quickly about what happened on that pre-show. The two matches that took place was Sheamus versus Shorty G and Andrade versus Humberto Carrillo for the United States title. Two matches we kind of figured would be put on the pre-show, given the fact that there was a little bit way too many matches on the main card.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, we were like, let's go back for a second. Last year's Royal Rumble event was almost 5 hours long.
Yep.
This one, it was good. It was just 4 hours. So they managed to shorten it down to like the 4 hour length.
It was, I believe, a little bit more short than last year's. I believe the last year's a little bit more than this year's, but man, it felt so short. Like, it literally felt so short to me.
Yeah, it really did.
It was very small to me.
That just goes to show how much it was so good, huh?
Oh yeah, like my eyes were really glued the entire time to the screen. No, I didn't miss out on any matches. All were good, well, some. And I was really invested in them. And Ryan, since you were there, what was it like being there live?
It was absolutely crazy. Like, I would probably say for me, I'll say it for the end, but or I would say it for the end, but I'm gonna go ahead and say it. The atmosphere was crazy. The whole event, like, the stadium was rocking. Like, it was just mind blowing. And honestly, for me, I would probably have to say this might be my favorite Royal Rumble event
that you've attended.
Especially being there live in person. Like, I think this would probably have to be my favorite one.
Yeah, last year,
I definitely did enjoy last year. I enjoyed last year. I thought that one was pretty good, but I don't know. This one was, like you said, it was different. But for the most part, I think it was probably a little bit better than last year. I don't know. It's probably about 50-50. But yeah, this one was good. And also, for those of you wondering, I did sit sixth row this time. I didn't sit first row. So if you did, I saw everybody that tagged me on social media saying that they saw me and everything. Thank you very much. See, I was on sixth row. I still made it on TV and everything, but yeah, I didn't sit first row this time. But
yeah,
I literally looked. I'm like, that's Ryan.
Yeah, I still guys. I still remember. I still remember how awesome it was when Ryan got acknowledged by Corey Graves last year when Naomi was balancing on the barricade. I don't trust that guy with the red beard. He might throw her off.
Oh yeah. So anyway, about that. So yeah, Naomi did that spot again she did a little different, but still, though, she pretty much did the same thing again this year. I wasn't sitting first row, but in the vlog, obviously, I said, if you saw my vlog, if you saw my reactions, I said, dang, I wish I was sitting first row again. Then I said, where are you at now, Corey Graves?
Yep, that is true.
Let's see if Corey Graves is talking now.
Hey, Ryan, I also wanted to take a quick moment and applaud you on something. For those who did not see Rice Ryan's vlog on his YouTube channel, go check it out because like the first few minutes of it is an incredible montage of the city of Houston and Ryan checking the place out, and with so many great cinematic shots, one would have thought he's doing this for like a movie or a documentary. I swear, it was wonderful. So before really I went to the Rumble event, I just kind of toured around the hotel a bit. But I was on basically not exactly the top floor, but kind of like the balcony area. And basically, they have an indoor pool, but outside they have like a little balcony area where you can kind of like sit and enjoy the scenery. But there was just so many like it was a nice view of Houston. And on the floor that I was at, they had different windows, but different views of Houston, and it was really nice. So I'm glad I got some good shots of it. But yeah, it was just an absolute incredible downtown view of Houston. Definitely, I loved it. And also, before we actually review the Royal Rumble, I just want to, if you saw my vlog, I also did put this in there as well. But obviously, if you guys know, like Kobe Bryant and the other people that were in the helicopter died Sunday. And it was a very tragic moment. It was very heartbreaking. I was in a restaurant in Houston before the Rumble event started, and that's when they announced it, and it was just absolutely crazy. And I just could not believe it, but I did put a little tribute for Kobe Bryant in my vlog because he's one of the reasons I got into watching basketball, but it's just absolutely crazy. You know, my heart goes out to Kobe, his wife, and his family, and all the other victims and their families as well. So I know it's very heartbreaking, but I just want to, for me personally, and I probably speak for my losers as well, we want to tell y'all we love y'all from the bottom of our hearts, because you never know when your last day is going to be. I know life in this world is very hard, and it can bring us down easily, but that's why I always, remain positive as best I can, because it goes a long way. Even if some people aren't always that way, even if they're not positive, trust me, positivity goes a long way. And, be sure to always tell the ones how much you care about them, how much you love them, because you never know when your last time is with them. But, and of course,
yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. It's heartbreaking.
Yep. The other thing, of course, is it's like the same like what Ryan said, it's the same catchphrase I've always been saying for years, and everybody knows what that is, right?
Yep. I think optimistically.
Yeah.
Optimistically.
That's what this whole thing is all about. And, when I first heard about the passing of Kobe Bryant, I was in Virginia. It was at Josh's place. We were actually shooting scenes for Fate of the Sins. And all of a sudden, his Josh's mother literally shows up and breaks the news to us, and so we actually had to momentarily postpone the filming because we were just in complete shock. There's something else I wanted to do is our fellow loser Connor Riley. He's not here, but what he's shared to us on social media, what he's been doing. Connor Riley, he's a basketball player as well. What he's done is he's got shoes, and he's literally wrote down the names of Kobe Bryant on his shoes, and even for his daughter as well, and he's played with those shoes on as his way of paying tribute. Yeah, we want to take this moment to give a shout out to Connor. We love you, we miss you, and we were extremely proud.
Love you, bro.
Yeah, we are extremely proud of you for paying tribute to Kobe Bryant that way, and like one of the best ways ever. Writing down the names of Kobe and his daughter on your shoes as you go out to play with your teammates. I guarantee Kobe in spirit is proud of Connor too.
Yeah.
And
where are you, buddy?
With Kobe, when I first heard the news, I laughed at it at first because I thought it was a hoax because I heard about it on TMZ, and TMZ, they were wrong about this type thing before, and I was like, what? Kobe died in a helicopter crash? Nah, this can't be real. I was like, nah, this can't be real. He's gonna hop on social media and say, nah, the Mamba's still here. I'm still alive. There was no tragedy. But then like an hour later, it was confirmed, and I was like, damn. And then I just started crying because Kobe, he was literally the reason why I became a Laker fan. Like I became a Laker fan because of him in 2003 when I was almost 2 years old, and I saw him play against Allen Iverson and the Sixers, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, in my head, I was just looking at him, and I was like applauding him because I wanted to be like him when I grew up, and that's the type of impact that he had on me and all his fans. He wanted everyone to be just like him. Like he had everyone wanting to be just like him. Like everyone in my school, they wanted to be like him. And you know how people they throw something in a trash can and then they yell, Kobe. Everyone in my school, they was doing that every day, like literally every single day. Like, and even one time, people were doing that like 30 times one time on a Friday. And when Kobe died, I was like, oh my God, no, please don't let this be true. And then it turned out to be true, and I broke down crying, and I was thinking, like, out of memories for Kobe, we should make August 24th National Kobe Day. We should celebrate it on the 24th day of the 8th month of the year to celebrate out of memory for him, out of both his numbers.
Yeah.
He was 8 and 22.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and like legit, much respect to like NBA. I know a lot of players have been changing their numbers from 8 and 24. They've been changing their numbers, and also taking like a 24-second shot clock violation in honor of Kobe. And I think that's just absolutely awesome.
Yes. Yeah, I've seen all the wrestlers pour out their support, and it's just, it was a very, where the heck was I? I was just chilling out in my room when I found out the news. I mean, I'm not the biggest basketball guy out there, but I did know who Kobe Bryant was. And it really didn't hit me that hard. I mean, I was very devastated, yes, but it didn't really hit me as hard as it probably did everybody else who's a fan, obviously. But it's still sad, it's still tragic, and like I still can't believe it. And it's just one of those things where life can just end just like that. And as Ryan said in the beginning, always say love. I just always say and hug your loved ones, say you love them and stuff like that, because you never know your last life when it's going to end. And it's just one of those tragedies where, and especially for it to happen on the day of the Royal Rumble, like, not taking away from like the Royal Rumble, some of that, but it was just, I don't know, it was really just one of those days where it's just, tragedy struck, and like, everyone knowing your life could end. So, Pete Kobe Bryant, to his daughter, and all the people who were on that helicopter, it's just terrible tragedy.
Now, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm sorry, but I have to say this one last thing. In my city of Chester, especially hard, because Chester, it's like 30, maybe 15 minutes away from Philly, and of course Kobe was born in Philly. He played Lower Merion High School, and I went to my old high school. I went to my high school that yesterday, or not yesterday, but on Monday. And everyone was so sad. It was like, and they even had like Kobe shirts. They were wearing his shoes and everything, and they were even wearing they even had their own hats, and they wrote Kobe's name on it, like Kobe's name on their hats. And I was like, and they was like, "Yo, did you hear about what happened?" I'm like, "Yeah." we all heard what happened, and there were literally like electronic billboards. Like I was going to the mall, and all I saw was "Rest in Peace" with on it. Mm-hmm. And that just made me even more sad.
Yeah. I mean, I saw a few signs at the Rumble itself, like there were signs, R.I.P. Kobe and stuff like that. So that also hit me hard.
I'm also very amazed that people were able to make the signs that quickly, huh?
I know,
Yeah.
Because there was like not that much time between the announcement and people lining in for the Rumble.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's the crazy part about it all.
Guess they just had to write it fast.
Very fast.
All right, speaking of the Rumble, though, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get started talking about the Rumble. There's not really much to say whatsoever about the pre-shows because, let's just say those matches were all lackluster.
Yeah, I didn't even watch it. I was babysitting my nephew.
But when the main show began, I'm actually surprised to say this. When I mentioned before, the fans got interested a lot in this throughout the show. I was very amazed that the fans were so into the Falls Count Anywhere match between Roman Reigns and King Corbin.
Yeah,
What a
that
fun
was a
match.
good match.
That was good.
Yeah.
For once, these two actually put on a good match. That did not
For
involve
once.
the dog food.
It will soon. Oh, it will soon.
They probably will. They probably will bring that back one way or the other. But for this case, I'm actually glad they did not. Falls Count Anywhere and
Saudi. They're probably going to bring the dog food in Saudi Arabia if they compete against each other.
probably. Here's the way I want to put it here. Roman Reigns beat King Corbin right above the dugout areas where the Astros usually sit.
That was so cool.
Yeah. He pins King Corbin
awesome.
right on the World Series logo. So I guess just like the Astros chance to win the World Series against the Nationals in that same freaking stadium, King Corbin just got his ass handed to him.
Yes.
Hey, also, speaking of that, I actually saw two signs, but this sign was pretty funny. But someone made a sign that said, of course, if you watch baseball, you'd understand this, but the sign basically said that Astros tried to steal my sign.
Yeah.
And
that's pretty funny.
And there was another sign that I saw when Lana was making her entrance into the Rumble, and it literally said, "Lana cheats more than the Astros,"
which I did not think, which I did not think was physically possible.
Man,
Look at us, we're completely trashing the Astros, and Ryan here is well. Are you an Astros fan?
No, I'm actually a Rangers fan, so sadly,
oh my god, that's even worse.
Oh man.
Okay.
And I even said something to Ryan since he's a Cowboys fan, and I texted him on Instagram.
Oh boy, I don't even know where to start.
And I was like, Ryan, the Dallas Cowboys. They're just like Amelia Earhart. They're about to make some history, then they disappear without a trace. And he saw it, but he didn't respond to it.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I saw it like a couple days later. So yeah, I got busy, but yeah, I got a good laugh out of that. Pretty much, yeah.
So, anyways, Roman Reigns defeats King Corbin in the Falls Count Anywhere match. It's very interesting to know that I'm actually surprised that Reigns, I just want to ask I have a really awkward and unusual question, which is, what the hell is a porta potty doing inside a stadium?
Yeah.
Are people actually using that? Like, were fans actually using that or something?
I mean, they have bathrooms in the stadium.
Yeah, so why
is there a need to have porta potties?
The answer is the crew, because they were probably working up, setting up the whole stage and stuff like that. You have to take a piss and shit like that.
No, but still, this is
And of course, the Astros play in that stadium, so yeah, that pretty much answers that question.
Okay, wow. All right, but I was so confused. There was like a row of 4
I will
or 5
say
of them.
that it is a nice stadium, though. I will say that.
it came off great on camera because like it is big. That looks big.
It is.
Yeah, I would say I don't know. Chase Field might be a little bit bigger, but Minute Maid Park's pretty big too. 42,000. That's a lot.
It was, yeah. It was wonderfully done, and
Oh yeah.
one thing I'm more amazed is King Corbin didn't come out of that porta potty covered in blue shit and everything.
That's what I was thinking about.
Like what?
I remember.
Like when Kevin Owens was in that porta potty and Braun Strowman pushed it.
Yeah.
He was covered in blue shit. King Corbin, on the other hand, he was completely clean. I'm like, what happened?
They probably cleaned it out.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that ain't cool. Like, if Corbin was just gonna have some blue stuff poured onto himself, he could have just done that before he got toppled over, and then he would have shown it off. But there was nothing.
Surrounding them. Like, that was just amazing. Like they were allowed to go anywhere. Like I saw one fan like try to get a selfie with them as they were like fighting and shit. I'm just cracking.
Yeah. I think Roman actually posed for it too. If I'm not mistaken.
He did.
But yeah, everybody in the crowd was literally like running, like just to see them like where they were and everything.
So
like people like left their chairs. They were like running to like, especially the dugout. Like, oh my gosh, it was crazy.
That was so funny. Like there was a sea of fans like just surrounding these guys and like just battling and stuff like that. I think it was right near the porta potty and stuff like that where the guy was like posing for the selfie. And like security just yanked this guy. I'm like, move the hell out of the way.
I know. I kind of feel for security though, but man,
saying. Takes a lot.
I did not leave my seat when I was vlogging. I did not leave my seat.
Well, they would have been done with the match by the time he reached there.
Yeah, like as big as like that field is, like it probably would have took me at least probably 10, 15 minutes just to get there. No, I'm just kidding. With all the people in there included.
Yeah, like that place, like that is a huge stadium. Like it's great. I like how everybody's now going to baseball stands for the Rumble. Like it's a good atmosphere.
Yeah, it's dope. It's dope. I heard the rumor is that Seattle is apparently supposed to host it next year.
That's what I heard. Well, the side of WrestleMania 19, I believe, is where it's supposed to be held.
The city made Seattle. The city made famous by iCarly.
Yep.
Oh my god, I put the iCarly crew in at that Rumble. If it's true, oh my god. I am going to mark out.
Okay, based on the events of iCarly, isn't Carly supposed to be in Italy or something?
Yeah, to this day still.
Like that, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like that. Carly through the wrestling. That'd be so weird. Yeah, I mean, we had quite a bit of one involved with John Cena and shit.
Never thought we'd be talking about iCarly, but here we are. Honestly, though, if the rumors are true and Royal Rumble will be in Seattle, I'm actually going to go.
Not bad.
Yeah,
the reason for that,
I might actually go too, honestly.
The reason for that is because it gives me an excuse to fly over to Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, which is where my parents live and my siblings, and allows me to spend time with family. And then Seattle's only 2.5 hours away from Vancouver, so easy.
Not bad.
So I can just go there.
I'm thinking about going if it's in Seattle. I kind of want to keep my Royal Rumble streak going. I want to make this kind of a streak.
Yeah, attending every Royal Rumble or whatnot. I don't know what the hell's going on with WrestleMania next year. We do know I will be at WrestleMania this year. This is going to be my 4th Mania. It could have been my 5th if I went to WrestleMania New Orleans in 2018, but that was the one I did not attend. And that was also coincidentally the one that was literally on my birthday. But hey, if you think about it, the main event of WrestleMania last year took place when the clock struck midnight, so I actually did attend Mania on my birthday.
That's still insane, though. Yeah. Becky won the title on your birthday.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
True. April 8th, 2019, and she's still the champ right now, which we'll talk about in a moment.
Later.
But actually, we got to get started on talking about the Rumble match.
Let's do it.
All right, let's go.
Yeah, we covered the crazy moments of the Falls Count Anywhere, but what we want to talk about now is what came up next. I was surprised about this. I was like, oh, okay. The 30-woman Royal Rumble match was literally next. I was like, oh okay.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, well, I better get my laptop up and do my contest. I opened up my contest. I was like, oh, crap, I got to get started. Because I thought it was going to come up like, last year it was like there was a couple of matches that took place. Then the Women's Rumble was in the middle of the show, and that's such.
Yep.
One thing I was glad for, this match was only 54 minutes, not 72 minutes like last year. Last year, they took 3 to 4 minutes between entrants sometimes.
Yeah,
they
it
were
was
quick
crazy.
this year with the entries.
Yeah.
Speaking of entries, shockingly enough, the first entrant was Alexa Bliss.
I was happy.
And we would never expect that, honestly, given the fact that she's been heavily protected lately.
Yeah.
But we're not going to go through each individual entrance, only the ones that actually worked out for us.
Oh, yeah.
But I will say, we got to give a big shout out to Bianca Belair, mainly because not only did she earn number 2,
star.
yeah, she eliminated
MVP of
8
the match right
competitors. She could have eliminated the most, but then Shayna Baszler also did the same thing. So if you think about it, I actually did some calculations. 18 of the 30 eliminations took place from NXT wrestlers.
That's good.
Booyah!
And yes, Beth Phoenix counts as one.
I'm gonna give my props to Beth Phoenix as well. Holy crap!
Yeah.
We'll get to her. We'll get to her in a moment. But
dang.
let's see. Let's take a quick moment and discuss the surprise entrance, shall we? And no, NXT doesn't count as surprise entrance.
No, it doesn't.
No, they're another brand. So what I want to talk. Number 3 was the mighty Molly Holly.
I marked out.
Coming out to like the time when she was with the Hurricanes gimmick.
Yep.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
That was pretty cool.
One thing I was very amazed at, it took up to number 7 before we finally got our first elimination.
Yep.
And it was Lana, who had, a little bit of a promo.
Oh, god-awful promo. I muted my TV.
I didn't even hear half a word she said.
I left the damn room. I literally left my room.
Ryan couldn't leave no matter where he went.
Yeah. I legit couldn't even hear.
Right.
Honestly, I couldn't even hear half a word she was saying.
The crowd?
Because, yeah.
Well, at least you got that, huh?
And you know what's funny? When she said this, I thought it was really funny. When she said that me and my husband, Bobby Lashley, will win the Royal Rumble matches. Bobby Lashley did not even compete in the Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, they made up some bullshit excuse that he and Rusev had some off-screen attack backstage or whatnot. And
they found a parking lot, I think.
And they probably ended up giving entrance to... here's the thing. They probably gave entrance the OC because of that. And they also took out Heavy Machinery from the Men's Rumble, too.
Yeah.
To probably give to...
Oh, they did all right. Otis.
Probably to give to...
Otis, oh my gosh.
Otis.
Probably to give to people like Keith Lee, Matt Riddle, Montel Ventavious, Porter, or Edge, but we'll get to that in a moment. And I will say,
that was awesome. Yeah,
I will say though, it's just the excuse that they made. They could have at least showed us something that happened with Rusev and Lashley, but now they're like, there's been something that happened backstage. But since it was announced by the commentators, so thus anybody who was in attendance at the stadium who were expecting them, they have no idea what the hell was going on.
Exactly.
So it really did not work out well at all. Let's see what else was happening. Who's another surprise entrant? I will say the Glamazon Beth Phoenix, the commentator for NXT, listed in this list as an NXT brand status, so I guess that counts as an NXT entrant.
Yeah.
Well done for Beth Phoenix. She made it to the final 3.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She did a lot better this time than she did in 2018.
Yeah.
One thing I was surprised to see was, again, Kelly, who I absolutely despise.
I kind of lost a little with Kelly. She was a little bit my crush growing up with wrestling. Who didn't have a crush on Kelly?
There's a lot.
And Will knows because me and Will, we was in the same call.
That is
I
true.
made the weirdest noise when I heard her music hit. I don't know what the hell that noise was. But I sounded like a pterodactyl that had too much to drink.
Yeah. It was just like, oh my god, I don't know, I haven't threw out my predictions, but I'm like, who the heck's gonna show up for this Rumble?
Yeah, I was gonna say, there was 11 NXT wrestlers and 1 NXT UK wrestler in this match.
Yep.
That was crazy, huh? And I'm surprised on a few things here. That certain people that did not show up for the Women's Rumble that I thought would come back from injury, amongst the names Ruby Riott and Nia Jax.
Yeah.
I'm very surprised Ruby Riott didn't come back.
Yeah.
I guess they just weren't ready yet. Ronda
That's right.
Rousey, I thought that would happen, but of course, she even posted a meme saying, "Y'all really thought I was gonna appear on the show?"
I saw.
Yeah,
I saw a reaction to Shayna Baszler.
Can I say one thing that I'm really surprised at?
Yeah, sure.
Two wrestlers that were pretty healthy enough and were in good shape, but haven't been seen in a while, were not in the Rumble match, and that's the Iconics.
Yeah.
Yes, they're off taking vacation time. Because I've seen stuff on their Instagram pages.
I guess
so. Yes, they're taking time off, which is fine.
Sasha Banks was not in the Rumble either.
Who? Oh, Sasha? Yeah, apparently Sasha is injured. According to rumors. Whatever.
Yeah, rumors, everybody. Rumors.
And then there's stupid rumors saying that, well, we'll get to that I'll talk about that when we get to Miss Charlotte Flair. Oh, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm really surprised. Going back to that, Ruby Riott and Nia didn't show up. I was expecting them, to be honest with you.
Yep, and here's the thing: this was before any of the upcoming women's matches would take place, so that automatically took out Asuka and Lacey Evans' chances of being in the match.
Yep.
Which is kind of surprising.
It was, very surprising.
Mm-hmm.
But for the NXT wrestlers who all showed up, among the names, Bianca Belair, Mercedes Martinez, Candice LeRae, Mia Yim, Dakota Kai, Chelsea Green, Beth Phoenix, Toni Storm, Xia Li, Shotzi Blackheart, who I had absolutely no idea who the hell that was.
Yeah, my reaction, I was like, wait, who the heck is that? And I was like, oh, yeah, I've seen her on NXT. Blackheart, I know.
It took me a few seconds to realize who that was.
And there was Tegan Knox, and of course, number 30 was Shayna Baszler. And Shayna Baszler...
Hey. Let's not forget the greatest one, number 29.
We'll get to that. We'll get to that in a moment. Just give me a quick second. I
freaking died out.
Okay, I'll get to her. I'll get to him. Sorry, I'll get to her in a moment. Just give me a moment. Just give me a moment, okay? I want to say...
Apparently genders don't matter in this world.
I want to say Shayna Baszler. I want to get back to Shayna Baszler really quickly. What I will say was, I think, while it was impressive how Bianca Belair shined pretty brightly throughout the first half of the Rumble, my opinion, Shayna Baszler shined just as fast because Shayna Baszler, she was number 30. She was the last one eliminated. She only lasted 4.5 minutes. She eliminated 8 people in less than 3 minutes.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it is.
So that, in my opinion, was awesome. All right, let's get back to this.
Yeah,
number 29 was the return of Santina Marella, who we had not seen since she got fired by Donald Trump 11 years ago. Now, my question is, where the hell was her Miss WrestleMania sash?
I don't know.
She should have brought that with her because technically she never stopped being Miss WrestleMania.
I guess that's in the past and WWE likes to move forward. Sure they do.
But hey, people, I look on social media and people are like talking shit about this whole thing, and I'm like, oh, have some fun, you douchebags.
Yeah, I mean, you have to have some I mean, I know people. I know they have a right to their opinion, and don't get me wrong, but I saw on Twitter like, oh, this was just a waste of a spot, for somebody that could have been used. I understand that. But you have to have some comedy sometimes. It doesn't happen all the time.
Yeah,
just enjoy it for what it is.
And people here's the thing: those who say they're just wasting a spot from someone who deserves it are hypocrites because they're the ones who want people like CM Punk to show up.
You're still asking that shit. Get over it.
I'm just saying, those who
guys,
gosh.
Santina Marella was perfect. I cannot believe she had her own version of the Cobra.
That was so funny.
And here's the thing. What I also did not like was when I was talking about it on my Twitter or my Instagram, and people were telling me shit, saying, "Yo, that's a guy, you dumbass." I'm like, "Yeah, no shit, motherfucker."
I was getting stuff like, "Oh, you're supporting this shit. You're not supporting this shit. Why are you doing this?" That's what's the fucking word? I don't know what I'm searching for. And I literally tweeted out "Shut the fuck up. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit." People are complaining over this. A man's in the women's rumble. Why the hell is anyone complaining that a woman's in the men's rumble? Apparently, genders don't matter here in 2020. Apparently, genders do not matter in 2020.
And while saying,
okay, so yeah, we weren't gonna say anything about Nia Jax being in last year's men's Royal Rumble match.
And here's the thing: what I will say that yes, if we're talking reality, Santina Marella is Santino in drag, dressing in drag. However, in storyline, that is his twin sister. So technically, we still have not had a male in the Women's Rumble. So suck it.
Suck it, keep it in, and just shut up. That's all I gotta say. Because you people are hypocrites for saying this kind of stuff.
And it was wonderfully done.
And I understand that everyone can have their freaking opinions. I've been waiting to unleash this for weeks, brother.
And here's the thing: if people are saying this was a waste of an entrant, you want to talk a waste of an entrant, then how come y'all ain't complaining about Vicky Guerrero in 2018?
But it was a good return. We haven't seen her in years. Oh my god. People make me laugh.
Well, I loved it didn't you just love the look on Beth Phoenix's face? She still hates Santina.
That still had me dying. Just the look on her face. She's like, what are you doing here?
And so she gets out the Cobra and hits herself and throws herself out. That was epic.
No, Twitter would have lost their minds if he actually hit her. You can't hit a woman.
Well, that is a woman, technically.
You idiots.
Santina.
I am a woman, so yes, I can hit her.
Oh my gosh, you people on social media, like Prince Devitt says, I don't give a fuck. Seriously, that's how I feel about this entire thing. Like, it's comedy, and people want comedy in their pro wrestling, right? Why isn't anyone complaining about Otis and his appearance in the Women's Rumble? Nobody's complaining about that.
That was awesome. That was a great save. That saved Mandy Rose. Huh?
That was funny.
Yeah.
I was really dying. Oh my god!
He managed to save Mandy Rose a second time, but unfortunately, when Sonya got thrown out, it did not work out.
Nope.
But that was also the moment. That was also the moment when we were really like, "Holy crap! Bianca Belair is dominating."
Yeah, I was getting very worried at the point that Bianca was going to survive the final. But I'm a big fan of Bianca Belair. I'm just going to say that right now. I do think she's talented and all, but I just really don't get the hype, to be honest with you. To me, she's just a body in NXT. But she's great what she has. She's getting the title shot next month, so it's all good. I mean, I just don't see any hype in her. Just me. I mean, ask K-Money.
we both have grievances with Bianca Belair, but for different reasons.
Oh yeah. Oh my god.
You saw my reaction to when she eliminated Io Shirai. I literally threw my phone across the damn room.
This man really freaking hissy fit when she became the number one contender a few weeks ago. Oh my god! But her being in the Rumble, it was cool. I really enjoyed seeing. I marked up pretty much my bad. I marked up almost everybody in the Rumble, and obviously, Charlotte Flair being in there. I guess we're gonna talk about the winner, Christian, or you won't.
Oh, yeah, definitely. The winner of the match was Charlotte Flair. Just like Ric Flair, Charlotte has done it. And Flair has won the men and women's Rumble.
Yep, she did, and I have no problem with it.
Because here's the thing. In my opinion, I think as much as we thought it would be cool to see Shayna Baszler win, it was a little too predictable.
Oh, yeah.
Charlotte Flair, hardly anybody thought Flair would be. I mean, sure, that was people's second picks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's either going to be Shayna or Charlotte. They end up being the final two. Just like people were saying for the men's Rumble, the Roman or Drew would win it, and they were the final two. So that was actually pretty cool. They actually did that.
Yeah. You have to have. Here's the thing about Royal Rumble matches. You have to have some unpredictability in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, people thought and wanted it to be Shayna Baszler. They got pissed off when it was Charlotte, and they ended up going ahead on a tirade and saying that, the match was ruined because of this. And I'm like, hell no, it wasn't.
No, I wouldn't know. People are saying
legit, okay. Yeah, legit. And my reactions when I was there, obviously I was disappointed that Shay didn't win. But, I was just having a little bit of fun, I had a little fun with it. I mean, be honest with you, I was happy that Charlotte Flair won the Women's Royal Rumble match. But I just thought it would be okay, just have a little fun, because I wanted Shayna was my pick. So just have a little fun with it. But I'm happy for Charlotte Flair. I mean, yes, I know people say, oh, she gets handed everything. But, I mean, guys,
Here's the
legit.
honest
I
reality.
mean,
Okay, here's the
So
honest
go ahead,
reality.
Christian.
Yeah, here's the honest reality. You can't be handed a Royal Rumble victory because how the hell can you be handed a Battle Royal victory? I mean, sure, if they're scheduled to win, sure, but it's the way it's performed, it's believable. She entered at 17, not freaking 30,
yeah.
so she had to
man,
work her way through.
And a lot of people's picks that I've seen were like Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler, or Sasha Banks mainly.
And none of them were in. Actually, well, Shayna Baszler was in the match, but neither Ronda
Yeah.
nor Sasha were in the match.
Yeah.
Ronda and Sasha coincidentally faced off at last year's Rumble. That is funny to think about. But what I will say, it's like, damn, Beth Phoenix's blood, the back of her head.
Man.
I
Crazy.
really thought that was from something else, because Charlotte got busted open, and I thought her blood got into her hair.
Turns
And
out
then I
Beth
feel
Phoenix
like
also.
that she got busted open after the Rumble.
So yeah, props to Beth Phoenix for lasting 23 minutes, a majority of the time with a bloodied up head. It was completely awesome.
Lacey Evans and Bailey. Oh joy! Oh freaking joy! Oh now, surprisingly, the heels to Balor's, is actually, giving Lacey Evans some props. I really am. Now, no matter how much I dislike her character, the sassy Southern Belle and stuff, she really is improving in the ring. They delivered a decent match, I guess. I mean, it was just there. This was the cool down match for me. Literally.
And I actually had an idea during that match. Like, if Bailey really wanted to get some heat, she could have gotten like a soda from a plant or something, and like threw it on Lacey's like husband and on Lacey's husband and her daughter to really get that heel heat. You know what I'm saying? And this second idea is pretty stupid. Don't get me wrong, it's stupid, but just bear with me on this one. She could have took Lacey's daughter and just left them staying with her after the match. I know it sounds stupid, but if she did, she would have gotten so much heel heat, like almost.
That's literally kidnapping. That's worse than shitting on kids, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's worse than shitting on kids. That's literally stealing another person's child, and that's Willie,
wasn't it you that told Bailey to shit on the kids?
Yeah, and then slap them with her Bailey buddies. Oh my god!
And then put them on timeout or something?
Yeah, put them in timeout or whatever. I don't know.
To me, that's still the funniest thing you've ever said on this podcast.
I know. What just came out of my mouth just randomly?
I know, right? That's what's so good about it.
I
didn't really watch the Bailey versus Lacey Evans because, in my opinion, that was the calm down match.
Sneeze break match for me.
Oh, yes. Sneeze break.
Hashtag feet break.
No joke, I legit sneezed during that match. No joke.
Oh, my God.
I legit sneezed about 100 times during my whole trip to Houston.
The fact that you were counting your sneezes is hilarious to me.
Oh, well, if you sneeze a lot, you end up doing that anyway. All right. So, not really much to say about the Bailey Lacey Evans match, though, is there?
I mean,
it was okay, but there's just kind of a lot of sloppy moments. I think probably worst match of the night, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Same here, I agree. I mean, it wasn't that good, in my opinion. I mean, they tried. Thank God Bailey was in, because going into this, I was not thinking Bailey was retaining. But, wrestling formula, heel wins, face wins, stuff like that. So, that happens. So, yeah.
And before we move on, we just talk about how great Bailey looked in her attire, in her all black attire. Like, you kind of looked like
she looked really good.
Yeah, she looked better than Topher Grace did as Venom in Spider-Man 3. I'll tell you that much.
Okay. That's all I gotta say. That is okay.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the next match was this was not really a strap match at all, was it?
No.
This is not. It's like Strap match for the Universal Championship. The Fiend versus Daniel Bryan. Win by pinfall or submission. I'm like, that's not how you win a strap match.
Even my brother agrees. Yeah, he doesn't know anything about wrestling.
Like, seriously, you win by touching all four corners uninterrupted and in succession. Be consistent. If it was a different variation of the strap match, it would have been a different variation, but it was literally just called a strap match.
It was literally just a regular match with just a strap, with just some straps.
Yeah.
Yeah, at
I
least
I
the
remember
time
back in the day, I think when they kind of did something like that, I think the way you had to win, you had to touch all four corners, but you would be tied to the ring, I think.
Oh, yeah.
You're tied
I think
to, you're still tied to each other, yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Daniel Bryan. Once again, I don't care what anybody says. Once again, Daniel Bryan came nowhere near enough to defeat the Fiend.
I love Bryan to death, but I even said on Twitter, he should be the guy. He's one of the guys who I'd like to beat the Fiend because he's just that over. Everyone loves Bryan. Everybody. I mean, I don't know anybody who hates Daniel Bryan. Yeah, I guess it's just the way he just resonates with the fans. And before the whole Finn Balor shtick with me, obviously, Daniel Bryan was my boy. Daniel Bryan is still my boy. But yeah, like Bryan in this match, it was very violent. Very violent. And I gotta get WWE some props here. Thank you for not using the red lighting. Thank you.
Thank you. Yeah.
Well, here's the thing.
Bryan was overjoyed when he didn't see the red light, when the red light wasn't there.
Well, here's the thing. There's a logical reason for that. Good luck trying to fill an entire damn stadium in that light.
Wasn't the roof open?
Well, even if...
No, it was closed.
It was closed, but even then, it's not exactly easy to fill an entire stadium with those lights. It's easy to do it in a hockey arena, but not a baseball field.
No, because you still got some lights.
Yeah, it would not work.
Nah. So that was great just seeing them in the light, finally. I mean, obviously it's the Fiend's, I believe, second match in the light. First match was Finn Balor, and second match was Daniel Bryan. Bryan lost. It was a really good match. I mean, for me, it was the second best match of the night for me. Just watching Bryan do his thing, going out there, the S kicks, just seeing 40,000 people doing the S chant once again. It was just amazing. Felt like I was back at WrestleMania 30 when Bryan had his moment. So just seeing all that once again happen, the S movement's back, all that stuff. That's fantastic. And but the ending sequence was pretty good. I really liked how he used the label lock and the strap. That was pretty cool.
However, I looked at that and I was like, yeah, no, he's not beating him. Like the Fiend is not even the Fiend is not even hurt whatsoever.
The Fiend was laughing and all that stuff.
It's like he was getting aroused by that. It's like he was getting aroused by getting his ass beat.
Did people actually think the Fiend was going to tap out to that?
No.
No.
No, even come close? Hell no, it wasn't even close. The Fiend was not even hurt because I absolutely loved how the Fiend got right back up and took all those strap shots and didn't even move.
He's freaking just laughing this off. Bryan's freaking whipping him like a crazy dude. And, Fiend just he's like, screw you, you're going to sleep. And puts him down.
I like how he had the mandible claw and then he did a Uranaki while still having the hold locked in.
I think there was one moment in the match, correct me if I'm wrong, he went for the flying knee and the Fiend reversed it into the claw. I think it was.
And then no, he reversed it into Sister Abigail.
Sister Abigail, that was so sick.
Actually, in my opinion, that was a Sister Abigail and End of Days combination.
It was so sick.
It was so awesome, and I can't believe this. Once again, I take personal pride in looking at the Fiend fucking murdering him.
It was great. It was really great just watching Bryan, going out there, obviously doing his thing. But, the Fiend's not being beat. Daniel Bryan, I love you to death, but you are not going to beat the Fiend. Whoever the Fiend's next opponent at WrestleMania is hopefully not going to beat the Fiend. Whoever the Fiend fights in the future is not going to beat him. This thing, I don't know if it's a man or a freaking alien or whatever, it's an it. That's what I call it. It's an it.
Yeah.
It is unstoppable.
It can't be
It's like Pennywise, but cooler. Cooler than Pennywise. Yes, I just said that.
Oh, yeah.
Pennywise would still kill the Fiend.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, I don't think the Fiend fears anything, though.
The Fiend is a demon from hell But even the demon fears the cross of the Lord.
Facts.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And besides it, Pennywise also fears, fears the turtle.
Yep.
For those who have read the books anyway.
Yes. There was even an Easter egg about it in the remake.
Both movies,
Yeah. Yeah.
A turtle was discovered in the lake when they were going swimming, and then in the first movie and then the second movie, there was a turtle, a makeshift turtle, on the desk of a classroom.
Wonder if that turtle has a squad. I'll be here all day, folks. You don't get that joke. It was a really good match. I do think Bryan's done with the Universal Championship for now. He doesn't need to be in the top picture. Well, I mean, he could still be in the top picture, but just keep him out just a little bit going forward. I mean, probably until the Chamber or whatever. He'll probably be in the Chamber. Whatever. I mean, Bryan, he had his time, but it's time to let somebody else have a shot. Personally, I wouldn't mind it being Roman Reigns, because the Roman Reigns should have won. But that's just me. It was a really good match. And also, this is really off topic, but congratulations to Bryan and Brie, Bella. So they're having another kid, so that's cool.
And they were both
and Nikki Bella was pregnant too, so congratulations to the Bella twins. That is awesome.
Yep.
I only woke up to that news yesterday. That is really crazy.
I will say, it's congratulations, especially to Nikki, because as we all know, she's always wanted a kid, and now she has the chance to finally have a kid. Although the one thing that just makes me roll my eyes is people are just calling her Nicole.
That is just, it's a real name, Christian.
They called her
Nicole, which is first of all, her actual name is Stephanie Nicole Garcia Coles.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
First of all, her first name is Stephanie. Wow.
Yep. I didn't even know that. That's so cool.
Hell, I didn't know.
Oh yeah, Twitter. Stop giving John Cena shit for all this.
Yeah.
Leave John Cena alone. That man has a movie coming out.
Exactly. John Cena, he's doing whatever John Cena's doing.
John Cena's doing his own thing.
So props to the Bella Twins on that. We're gonna move on to the next match, which is the Raw Women's Championship, the rematch between Becky Lynch and Asuka, and this time it kind of sucked.
I enjoyed this match.
I thought it was good. I think last year was a little better, though.
Yeah, last year.
Oh, yeah. I had, mixed feelings about it. I kind of liked it, but at the same time, I kind of didn't. I had mixed feelings about it.
Yeah,
I was sucked in with this match for whatever reason. I don't know, me being obviously the Becky fanboy that I am, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, today as we're recording this, is Becky Lynch's birthday, so happy birthday to Rebecca Quinn, Becky Lynch. So, that's amazing.
Beautiful Irish woman.
Yeah. It's my girl out there. Her birthday's today, so that's awesome. So we're recording this. So happy birthday, Becky. And as for the match, I gotta get through you guys. This was one of my favorites. I really enjoyed it. Now, was it better than last year's? No. Not even close. But it had me on the edge of my seat. There were moments in this match I thought Becky was gonna lose. Which at this point I really hope she loses. I don't care who it's to. I really don't care. I don't care if it's to Charlotte. Yeah, I said it. I don't care if it's to Charlotte.
She could lose to Alicia Fox and you wouldn't even care.
Don't say that.
Alicia Fox? Alicia Fox is gone, right?
I think.
Yeah, she's gone.
She retired, I think.
Yeah, she's gone.
Just where she comes back and challenges Becky and she wins.
Well, what if Becky loses it to Santina?
Yes!
Yes, Santina, women's champion, baby.
Yeah,
that would be awesome.
I guess we know what the spoiler is going to be for Money in the Bank. For the women's match, Santino Marella comes back and wins women's Money in the Bank.
Santino wins the men's. And Santino wins the men's.
Nia Jax is going to win the men's Money in the Bank.
Do you guys agree with me on one thing? That it was kind of a missed opportunity to have Santino in the men's match.
Yeah, it was.
Yes.
It would have been great. I never really cared for Santino back in the day. He was just, one of those guys where I didn't even laugh at some of his shtick. This is the guy who almost beat Daniel Bryan in the Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, and that was one of the very few moments where we were like, whoa, could this actually be happening?
And he almost won the 2011 Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, almost won the 40-man match. Wow.
That was a nightmare back in the day. Thank God those days are over.
Well, we got different nightmares these days. These days, the biggest nightmares is people think CM Punk's showing up.
Yeah, or Edge. Oh, wait. We'll talk about that later.
I'll admit, my bad.
Then we have to wait, Christian.
Back to Becky Lynch and Asuka, though. Becky Lynch got her revenge, defeats Asuka via submission, and,
The sequence was so cool. I really enjoyed it. And, yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty good.
Dax retained. And I'm a very satisfied Becky Lynch fan. Now she's saying, basically her promo on the Raw afterwards, she's like, what's next? And now she's calling herself the GOAT. Well, better than the man, I'll give you that one. I'm better than the man.
It's crazy.
And to put this out here, people are saying here on social media that Becky Lynch, stole the GOAT thing. Right. That she said that people are saying that Chris Jericho owns it, CM Punk owns it. Literally, nobody owns the GOAT name. Not to me, they don't.
Yeah, no one owns it.
Nobody owns it. And Becky Lynch doesn't even own the man. Let's make that clear, ladies and gentlemen. Becky Lynch does not own the man shtick. That moniker goes to Ric Flair, the original man.
That's right.
If that makes any sense.
It does.
Okay, it does go to Ric Flair. So quit getting your freaking your panties in a bunch over all this shit. With Becky Lynch calling herself the GOAT. Calm down. It's not that serious. For real.
Yeah,
it is really not that serious.
Yeah, it really isn't.
It's so laughable, guys. It is so laughable that social media will take things and just make it into a bigger deal than they really are. Like the whole thing with Becky calling herself the GOAT, I don't find anything wrong with that. I mean, as I said, it's a lot better than the man shit. I want the man shit gone, period. She got a GOAT on her freaking her jacket. It's so cool. Just leave Bex alone. Let her do her thing, and she'll do her thing by shutting you guys up on Twitter. So
wait. Identify what you said. Leave Bex alone. It just gave me some flashbacks of a certain video that I know pretty much everyone saw at least once. It was when YouTube was first around, where she was like, "Leave Britney alone." Well, this one goes, "Leave Becky alone."
That's her fan base in a nutshell. Which, by the way, her fan base's name is so weird. The Deadlies is what they call themselves. What?
Oh, good lord!
No, I'm not even joking. Apparently, her fan base is called the Deadlies. I don't know why. Is she deadly? Wait, what's so deadly about the band? I'm just saying, Twitter and everyone out there. I don't get it. But yeah, Becky Lynch won, retained the Raw Women's Championship, and that's the end of the story. Yay. Oh, and Kairi Sane was there.
Yeah, that didn't really do much, though. That didn't really do much of a favor.
And Kairi Sane was there. It's just like, she just did her usual shtick. She smiled. She tried to interfere. Becky shut her up. And then, that was it.
Yep.
Really, that was it.
Ladies and gentlemen, now we're going out to the main event, the men's Royal Rumble match. And we're not surprised about this one. Entrant number 1 was Brock Lesnar. Holy crap, Brock Lesnar was number 1?
Oh my God.
Wow. I didn't know that.
Did you guys know that? Did you also know that Britt Baker was
I didn't know.
Holy hell, Batman.
Okay.
I didn't know any of that.
Okay, here's the actual question. What if Brock was never announced as number 1 and he came out as number 1?
Then that would have been shocking.
That would have been better.
We would have been like, what the hell?
Oh my God, Brock Lesnar.
I'd be like, what the hell? Are we in 2003 again?
I wish.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah,
unfortunately now people have actually, we've said before that Braun Strowman's 13 eliminations was not as impressive in the 50-man Royal Rumble as Roman Reigns' 12 eliminations, so we don't usually count it. Well, Brock Lesnar eliminated 13 in the 30-person match, so like, well, fuck.
Yep.
Brock Lesnar ties the record with Braun Strowman at most eliminations in a single Rumble match.
Very shocking. Actually, no, it's not. It's Brock Lesnar.
Really.
What am I talking about?
He
It's not
literally
shocking.
eliminated numbers 2 through 14.
Yep.
In quick succession.
Yeah, like
Very good fashion.
quite a lot of them lasted less than a minute. Over half the entrants in this Rumble match lasted less than a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Like the one who lasted shortest was Eric Rowan at number 3, lasted 8 seconds. But the one thing I was surprised of, John Morrison, heavily hyped to return, lasted only 9 seconds.
I just died laughing. Like, I'm already over the return of John Morrison. Seriously. It's only been 3 weeks. I don't care. I am literally over this. I am over this, man. Like all that hype for him to come back and stuff. Like he's teaming with Miz again and all that. The hype, dirt sheet rumors or whatever. I don't know. And he's got dumped in the Rumble. Oh,
like I was literally like, oh my god, here we go, John Morrison, what you gonna do? And then
I was thinking he was gonna literally hang on to the barricade, but the way he got eliminated.
Yeah.
I was just like,
This was also the first time since 2011 we did not have a Kofi Kingston save moment.
I know. Pretty crazy.
That upset me.
You're right.
Well, I guess that's over now, huh?
He got his revenge on Brock. I think like that whole stadium went alive when he went after Brock.
Yeah.
Really? At least for a while, it was what SmackDown at least should have been, right? Kofi got some offense.
Which he did the last time he met with Brock.
He lasted longer than I thought he would.
Yep.
But
It was pretty cool.
I want to ask you guys this question. Your thoughts during Brock's Rampage, the shocking return of MVP.
Oh, man, that was lit.
Even though we saw, we just couldn't help but be like, holy hell.
Yeah, the night before during Worlds Collide, I saw this picture floating on Twitter, and it's MVP's Tron. I'm like, I literally spoiled myself. I'm like, I'm an idiot. Because I was literally just scrolling through searching stuff, and I saw it. I'm like, oh, shit. Like, so I saw that, and this music hit, obviously, during the Rumble. I literally marked out. I was so happy. Then he got eliminated, It's really nothing, to be honest with you.
Can we talk about how Brock was just jamming the MVP thing?
That was so funny.
Yeah.
Brock's just out there freaking jamming. He's like, the song's like, I'm coming. And Brock's just like, he's just jamming.
Yeah, he's just like dancing away. Like,
Well, hey, we seen him dance to a crazy boombox.
yeah.
That's still one of the best moments
I don't
ever.
know what the hell. I don't know what in the hell he was doing with that boombox when he was moving his feet around, when he was moving his legs. But that was the funniest thing I've seen him do.
It's called a Brock party. Have you ever been to a Brock party?
Not really. I was never invited.
I actually enjoyed that.
That was pretty cool.
And then, ladies and gentlemen, the sudden arrival of Keith Lee.
I
That was
freaking
shocking.
yelled so loud. Like,
Even Lesnar's reaction was
he's like,
hilarious.
who
for
the
Keith
fuck is
Lee.
this motherfucker?
And he even said, he was like, whoa, big boy.
Big boy.
And I was busting out laughing so hard. And he's like, Paul, who's this motherfucker?
I bet Lesnar actually did like working with Keith Lee.
Oh, you could tell.
Yeah.
And apparently, Keith Lee looks kind of like me. At least that's what Bill says.
They were almost
Yeah, he
equal
was
in
like,
size,
yeah.
huh? They were almost equal in size, huh?
Yeah. Like they're literally neck and neck, like and like them getting just the stare down. Like I had goosebumps because like that's one of my dream matches, and like it kind of it happened for a few minutes, and that was just oh my god, I freaking lost my mind. His music get fast, skin is glowing. I'm like oh my god, like oh my god, I lose my mind. I'm like oh my god, he's actually here, and and Lesnar's reaction just freaking sold it. Like that was so funny. And they went ahead for a bit. That was great. And then Braun Strowman happened because why not?
Yep. But yeah, Lesnar eliminates both Keith Lee and Braun Strowman at the same time.
And then, Drew
McIntyre.
Oh
Yes.
boy, it's very interesting here.
Yep.
My first reaction, hey, Chris, you want to go?
Yeah, all I will say is Drew McIntyre entered at the same number he entered last year, 16.
Yep.
Yeah.
This time it actually worked for him.
It did.
16
crazy.
has never won. I don't think 16's ever won a Royal Rumble match before.
This is the first.
So I actually like how the winners of the Royal Rumble matches this year was 16 and 17 because Charlotte was 17.
It's crazy.
So I like how they're actually getting the early numbers before 20 to win these days.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes. And the stare down was just amazing. Like when Drew stepped through those ropes, man, like I literally had goosebumps. I'm like, oh wow, we're actually getting this. I didn't think it was gonna be, what was to come later, because I was thinking like he's gonna be eliminated in like 5 minutes. Like it was just great seeing those two just tangle. I believe Ricochet was out there before that.
Yeah,
Or after
Ricochet.
that.
Yeah.
after.
Yeah, it was crazy. Like Ricochet literally kicks Brock Lesnar in the nuts.
Yep.
And then Drew McIntyre Claymore kicks Lesnar over the top rope.
And then he
legit-
just stared at him like,
Yeah,
That's your
like, legit,
WrestleMania
the
main
whole
event right
crowd
there.
went absolutely nuts.
And I
Like
like how
it was insane.
The best way the best way I could put it is Drew didn't even have to win the match. I would have been fine if Reigns ended up winning again. I would have been totally fine.
That's what I was thinking.
I would have been totally fine because Drew eliminated Lesnar and that stare down was enough to sell the match. But I like that they gave him that one extra push.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
And here's the thing. I know sometimes we don't like Lesnar. I know sometimes, like, he's a part-time, he hardly ever defends the title. But when he cares, he cares. And he deserves a big prop for putting Drew McIntyre over at the Royal Rumble. The way he sold that Claymore kick, tossed himself out, and then Lesnar legit is on the ground for at least like 2 or 3 minutes. Drew McIntyre got an insane push, and it's probably the biggest prop he may have ever gotten in his entire career, right there.
That's saying
But
something.
probably a lot bigger if he does win the WWE title. But props to Brock Lesnar for putting Drew McIntyre over.
And the one
Now,
I
yeah,
also
you
like,
can get you can legit get, like, your gimmick could probably get you over, but to get a main event push like that, somebody has to get you over. And Brock Lesnar did that. As much as I don't like Brock Lesnar, I give him props for selling that and legit putting Drew McIntyre over, because that was absolutely awesome.
the one thing I really liked as well was, after McIntyre taking care of Lesnar, The Miz, and Ricochet, we had one-on-one McIntyre and AJ Styles for a while.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just goes to
Very
show,
actually
like,
what
you
the
can
elimination
actually...
was.
It just goes to show that you can actually get some interesting one-on-one matches that you thought you wouldn't see in a while, huh?
Oh yeah.
Like when
My
Lesnar
reaction
took
to
on-
Lesnar's elimination.
Like when
Oh,
Brock Lesnar
God.
took on Keith Lee.
That's still like to this. It's still goosebumps, dude. Like it's.
It wasn't
I'm
much,
still letting
but
it settle in.
it wasn't much, but it was enough. That's the way I look at it.
Yeah.
The way I look at
elimination
it.
of Brock, like I was thinking to myself, okay, here goes Drew's gonna go up at the top rope in like 6 minutes, 10 minutes. Like you're Ricochet and kicking him in the balls, right? Kicking Brock in the balls, like the Claymore kick. I'm like, oh shit! Like I freaking lost my mind. I'm like, he actually did it. And it was just an amazing moment, and the whole stadium went alive. I went alive. It was an amazing moment.
AJ Styles, I got to AJ Styles, and Drew McIntyre, to see them square off for a little while, I thought was a very
That was nice.
awesome moment as well. I mean, it just goes to show, even if it's for 90 seconds, it's still 90 seconds well spent.
Yep.
And then
Yes.
I had Dolph Ziggler into the mix, as he and Drew McIntyre used to be friends.
And he eliminated him in the Royal Rumble last year, and I'm still not over that.
Yeah. Hey guys, I have a question to you guys.
Yeah. Yes.
and that is,
Hold on a second. Do you think you know me?
Oh, boy.
you were just waiting to say that, weren't you?
Oh, boy. Here we go.
My gosh.
Ladies and
And this is
gentlemen,
where I lose my voice.
I'm gonna quickly and take a moment and say, you guys were right, and I was wrong. I had said
Yeah,
for
I was
weeks
wrong,
that
too.
it was not happening, that it was not physically possible. This is exactly what I said about Roman Reigns' cancer last year. I was proven wrong. And I was proven
Yep.
wrong again because, ladies and gentlemen, we have the return of the Rated R Superstar WWE Hall of Famer, Edge.
Wait. Christian, you said his big name wrong.
No, don't you even dare say it because you're not Tony Chimmel. No, no. Sorry, dude, we're not. You ain't Tony Chimmel. Anyone who's not Tony Chimmel in this room, you are not allowed to speak a Rated R Superstar with a bunch of voice cracks. Because nobody can perform like he does.
Well, for me, I mean, like, I gotta admit, leading into this entire thing, obviously I saw all the rumors and the speculation. All I said on Twitter was, I'm gonna believe it with my own eyes. I'm gonna believe it. I won't believe it until I see it with my own eyes. And yeah, I was really taken away. I was in awe of just hearing his theme once again. Literally, that's the reason I lost my voice. No joke. And just seeing him come out, man, like you could see even his eyes. Like once he came out of the smoke, you could see his eyes. Like he's like, wow.
Yeah. Like his whole face, basically, that whole emotion right there says it all.
You could tell he was about to start crying, huh?
Yeah.
It's like, man, this is really happening.
Mm-hmm. And like, yeah, the pyro hit. I did the stands, the fireworks shit. Like, I freaking did the whole thing. Like, I'm freaking marking out. My brother's looking at me like I'm freaking weird as hell. But I'm over here like, this is Edge. Like,
the one thing I want to say is, as you guys know, I was watching the Rumble with my bro, Long Neck Josh.
Love you, Jay.
Yep. And
Yeah, Josh.
I remember when that moment happened when Edge showed up. Josh's father, Sam, like from behind us, was like, "You actually told me, Christian, you said he wasn't going to be here." I didn't respond to him. I did not say anything. Josh still to this day says, "I wish I snapped a photo of your reaction," because I was sitting there stunned with my jaw open for like
didn't get a picture? What the hell?
For 2 minutes.
Like that guy from Mania 30 when Brock beat the streak who became a meme. Like that guy.
Yeah, like Josh. Blame that on Josh. He's the one who didn't snap the picture.
Dang it! Dang it, Josh!
Dang it, Josh!
You should have done it right there.
Now you should. Now I'm glad Hunter Bane killed you.
Oh boy.
Okay, that's too much. That's just even though that's just a character. But the one thing I did notice, Edge was being heavily protected the whole match.
Oh yeah.
Because just because you're clear does not mean the risks are gone. You got to remember that. That's why if he's doing this, I really hope that he knows what he's doing.
That's my whole thing. Like even said in the promo afterwards, the night after on Raw, he's only coming back to do this on his to retire on his own terms. That's fine. I can respect that. I just personally don't think he's needed, but that's just me. Like, I grew up with that. Edge was my first heel in WWE ever. Him and Vicky Guerrero. And obviously, it was The Undertaker and Batista were my first heroes. But still, Edge was my very first heel in WWE. So, yeah, seeing him back once again and him supposedly ending his career on his own terms, it might be a little interesting.
In my first heel, when I first got into wrestling, it was Edge and it was Randy Orton when he had that
until like 2009.
Oh, and I had a friend of mine, not you, Ryan, who was also at the Royal Rumble, and he's a big Edge fan, and he put on his Instagram the second the countdown started when he heard "You Think You Know Me," he was like, ah! Like he was screaming so loud that he lost his voice.
I think everyone lost their voice in that night. It's so amazing. The crowd reaction was great. And seeing him walk down there, his ring gear was freaking incredible.
I quoted to Ryan. I told him, if you did not lose your voice, you did it wrong.
I saw that.
Yeah, legit. Like my reaction pretty much says it all. Like I've never marked out so hard in my life. Like oh my god, it was just absolutely crazy. I'm glad I was there live in person to see that. Man, I don't even care if I lost my voice, but it was worth it.
Yeah, but it was just. I mean, like even like when he got in the ring and stuff like that, I was so nervous. The first spear hit, which we didn't get to see the first spear because they had to freaking cut that out for whatever reason, or they moved the camera or whatever.
Don't worry,
the cameraman missed that.
Don't worry, Dolph Ziggler pointed that out.
Yep, I saw that on Twitter. Thank you, Dolph.
And so they released unreleased footage.
So cool. So what?
Thank you, Dolphin Ziggler.
Oh yeah. Thank you, Flipper. I mean, Dolph Ziggler. So he hit the spear. That was pretty cool. And then one thing that really made me like, I started choking up at this moment right here. Like just seeing him just like stare out to the crowd, just like he's like, I'm back. And then, for me, this was the big part of this entire match, for me especially. The stare down with AJ Styles. That really just sent me over the edge. I'm like, this is this isn't real. Like, I'm getting all excited. I'm thinking to myself, this isn't real.
AJ sold the spear so hard he ended up separating his own shoulder.
Yep. I shouldn't be laughing at that, but
So
that's
why I had to get eliminated immediately.
yeah, apparently Edge broke character. Had to eliminate him very early. So he separated his shoulder on the spear, which I don't think I mean he's taken the spear before, but I don't think he's ever taken an Edge spear. So he oversold it, and now he's hurt. He's gonna be out for a few weeks.
If anyone was gonna hurt themselves over like selling a move, I would expect it would have been Dolph. Like, because I would never expected AJ to injure himself.
Probably turned inside out from that spear was so freaking funny. And yeah, it was really good to see, Edge out there doing his thing, and just that was the one thing the entire night that everyone was talking. Well, obviously besides the Royal Rumble winner, but Edge was the most important thing. It was literally trending. Literally, that's crazy. Obviously, it was trending, but still, people are saying, and I'm going to ask you guys this as well. Is this one of the biggest returns since the Hardy Boys? Was this return bigger than the Hardy Boys at WrestleMania 33?
No.
No?
No.
My opinion, I got it. In my opinion, I think so.
I don't think so. I mean, for Edge, for the Hardy Boys, I was waiting for years. Yeah. Waiting for many years. And I was more waiting for Jeff than anybody else, obviously. I think everyone else was too. But I think with Edge, it was a little more different.
The Edge situation, it was also heavily leaked.
That's the other thing. But same with the Hardy Boys, losers. You guys are idiots.
Actually, it wasn't really that leaked at all.
No, it wasn't.
No, it really wasn't.
What about Dave Meltzer? Meltzer's a fucking idiot. I don't give a crap what Meltzer says. I don't care what the dirt sheet says. Freaking that dude, Brad Shepard. I don't care what those idiots say. Literally, they're all just people behind a microphone. Yeah, I said it.
Yeah,
their voice, just like we are.
Yeah, we're a bunch of idiots behind microphones, but at least we had. Here's the thing: we're a bunch of idiots behind microphones, but at least we have the balls to admit it.
Yep, and we have balls to admit that we're wrong. I was somewhat wrong because I didn't fully blast up there on Twitter saying, "Oh, Edge is coming back," Oh, he's going to show up in the Royal Rumble, and I got blasted on Twitter. I'm going to give a shout out to my boy Andreas, who was supposed to be on this podcast, but he was getting blasted on social media because he was throwing out there that Edge was not going to return, stuff like that. He's like keeping the rumors down, something like that. Don't believe what you read, and he was getting blasted by fans, like saying, "Oh yeah, he is showing up. He is showing up. Look at the dirt sheets. They said it and this said it." This just goes to show, guys, we say this every episode, but I'm going to say this once again, don't always believe what you read and see on the internet. Guys, like, for example, the rumored winners apparently were supposed to be Roman Reigns and I believe Shayna Baszler. And WWE changed that up.
Here's the thing.
The original plan was it was supposed to have Roman Reigns win the Roman match, but they switched. They changed plans.
If you want to talk about people who got blasted because of Edge, it was me.
Yep. Same thing with Christian. Like, Christian got freaking blasted. Christian got flooded on social media because of the whole thing with Edge.
I just let it play out, though. I didn't really respond at all to any of that shit. All I did say was I was wrong, but I didn't do anything else because what the hell else can I do?
Exactly. Well, block, mute, report. Move on.
I didn't even block or report anyone because I was like, I'll just let them talk because, hey, I was wrong.
Yes, definitely. That's been wrong in their life. Come on. So, that was the whole thing. Edge returned. He very gray, obviously. He looked a little, looked weird a little bit, seeing him out there, but it was so cool. The hair pulling back, the spears, it was so great. And that was so cool.
Can we also talk about one thing?
What's up?
Matt Riddle, bro, I'm gone.
Goodbye. Goodbye.
Matt Riddle inside the ring, Matt Riddle outside the ring. People thought Matt Riddle was going to go up against Brock.
Wait, what?
People thought Matt Riddle was going to be one of the main wrestlers to go up against Lesnar.
First of all, that's a match I would not mind seeing, but the problem is that
he's a fucking douchebag. Matt Riddle is a fucking douchebag.
Mm-hmm. And also, apparently, according to backstage rumors, I think this one might be real, that Riddle had a backstage, let's just say, altercation with Brock Lesnar.
Who told him, stop tagging me and shit and leave me the fuck alone. We ain't going to work together ever.
Yeah, that's what I read.
Because here's the thing. Matt Riddle has absolutely no respect.
No, he doesn't. This is the same thing that got, I believe, who got in trouble? Who got in trouble for saying weird shit on social media?
A lot of people did.
Leo Rush.
Leo Rush. That's the guy. Leo Rush got in trouble.
That's the thing. Matt Riddle's using Twitter as his way of setting up his next feud. I'm like, that's not how it works in the WWE. And he even says, I don't give a shit. I'm still doing it, and it's going to happen. He even said Brock Lesnar is not the one to make that choice.
If you really think about it, yes, he is, because it's Brock Lesnar. And I love you to death, Little, but you have no place with Brock Lesnar right now. Not now.
My opinion, Matt Riddle can go fuck himself.
Seriously, like, this is really childish of you, Riddle. I mean, Ryan, what do you think of it?
I think it's kind of stupid of him to do. I mean, that's why, legit, really, I think it's not really wise for wrestlers to, like, I understand that I joke around and stuff like that, but, just have a little fun. But, I mean, you have to you have to have some sense a little bit. And I think sometimes it's just kind of a little bit out of hand, but, it's just, I know he's trying to make a name for himself, but you have to kind of be a little bit wise, like when it comes to social media. I mean, I don't really think social media is always the best way to, do things. That's just my point on it.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the thing: for people like don't set up feuds in WWE via social media and stuff, because like that's not how things work. Because social media, you got free reign to say what you want.
Yeah.
And you have limitations of what you can say in the actual WWE compared to what you're saying. So people would end up one day probably thinking your Twitter feud was a lot more better than your actual feud or something like that. And also, gotta be careful with what you say, because it can get you in trouble. Because I've gotten in trouble many times. I'm going to take you back one time in 2017. When I got so pissed off at one of the decisions that Daniel Bryan, when he was going to strip Carmelo the Money in the Bank briefcase, I went to Twitter and I told him to go break his neck again. And I got blasted for that because I was like, oh shit, I went too far.
Yeah.
And so I deleted the tweet and then I deleted the tweet and then issued an apology. Of course, this is the thing about social media. Even if you apologize for making a mistake, people are still going to attack you for it, because they're like, it doesn't matter if you apologize. The bottom line is you did do it. So that makes you bad no matter what your apology is, bitch.
Fuck you. Not you, Christian. Somebody else. Fuck this said individual. Fuck you. Go to hell. That's all I gotta say, because you're a piece of shit.
Bingo.
Yes, that's all I gotta say. Fuck you.
It really is. It's just really a shame that people do this. Like, people
go too far on social media when they apologize and they don't move on. And they keep pushing and pushing. And they go out and they get the little warriors out there and they keep pushing and pushing because they're a piece of shit.
Everybody makes mistakes.
Everybody makes mistakes. Everyone makes mistakes. Everyone screws up. I've said some screwed up shit on social media. I can't take some of that stuff back. For God's sakes, I've said some stuff that I'm not really proud of on social media. But I've apologized for those things. I've been blasted out before. I've been called a sexist before. Now, when you look at me, not to put this whole thing situation about me, but if you look at me, do I look like a sexist to you? Do I sound like a sexist to you?
No.
Facts.
Here's the thing. Looks and sounds are different compared to, because people are like, hey, you can look the part or something, but you probably inside you is something entirely different. That's what people like to say. But I don't look at it that way whatsoever.
So you see, when people apologize for a joke that they did not mean whatsoever, that there's certain somebody, that their father or somebody said, or their mother or whatever, I don't know, and they apologize for it, that means that they are sorry. And that also means that it's okay to move on. And that does not mean that they go out there and be a little fucking cunt and freaking go out there and blast people and say, yeah, I said it. Yeah, I fucking said it. This shit has been heating me up. And I'm not talking about in here, but everyone in the lounge knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Because people are a piece of fucking shit. Fuck you, motherfucker. Seriously, people really piss me off.
Like I'm not going to go into exact detail about this, but of course, for those who don't know, my bro on that Josh got into a little trouble as well, due to a really bad joke about Xia Li and the coronavirus, but that was made to his parents. But that's not exactly something that none of them are proud of. We all talked about it. They always shoot an apology. They made up for that, but unfortunately, Josh was in a really bad state for a while, and knowing him because of his autism and because of how he's been taking a lot of things, and because he's been exceedingly stressed recently, we recommended he closed his Twitter account. But what I want to let you guys know is Long Neck Josh is officially back on Twitter now.
Yes, sir.
He's doing a lot better. He said, "What happened, happened. I apologize if people can't take it. That's their problem, not mine."
Facts, Josh. I know you're listening, bro. And don't ever let anybody on social media or anybody who's listening to this podcast get you down.
Nobody's gonna mess. Here's the one thing I quoted at is like, I even said once, I don't care if this changes up my status as an optimistic emperor. I'm saying if anybody messes with my family, I will fuck you up or worse. You don't want to know what I could possibly do to you, and I would not regret doing it.
Family always comes first, whether it's blood, brother, or blood or not. I mean, hell. I mean, here we are. We're a bunch of people who don't even talk to each other in our personal about our personal lives, and here we are. We've known each other for almost, I'd say, 4 years now.
Yeah, getting closer. 3 years. About 3 years, yeah.
About 3 years, yeah. And here we are. We're still talking pro. Hell, even Kelsey, our fellow loser Kelsey, she's not usually with us, and she's still family. Connor, family.
Yeah,
we still
keep in touch with both of them. So I will say, like, this just goes to show that social media can be a really dangerous thing, because people just want to start drama for absolutely no fucking reason, and want to say that, and want to just blast y'all because they find a lot of pride in joy in it. And if y'all want to mess with me or my family or my losers, y'all can go fuck yourselves. We're not afraid to say that.
Just stick an ice cream cone straight up your ass. Literally, that's all I gotta say. Because
but wait, what? Oh, wait, back up. What, ice cream? Bruh, ice cream tastes delicious. I don't want that stuck up someone's ass.
Who said you had to eat it? They have to eat it up someone's ass. I would show a fucking cactus that's literally wrapped in barbed wire and just shove it up there. I will do that. I haven't fucking seen that shit. Another thing, Christian, I think that people need to realize is that the world we live in today is so sensitive. I think everyone can agree with that. Very sensitive to topics. I mean, for all we know, when we're done uploading this freaking video, there's going to be so many comments down there saying, oh, you guys take it too far. You guys know what you're talking about. You guys are marks. You're a bunch of idiots behind microphones. You talk shit. You don't respect anybody's opinions. We've heard it all. And we're still here. We have heard it all. Just we've literally heard it all. For Pete's sake, people have called me out because I apparently use my positivity to basically shield myself and my well-being, and I use it to basically just shield myself from my sadness and hatred for people. First of all, I don't hate anybody. Hate's a strong word. And second of all, I only use positivity when it's needed. And I'm sure that most stuff I've said on here, and obviously outside of stuff, my lounge is what I'm talking about. I've helped people, obviously. And just shows you that people will bring you down. People will try and fuck you up, and just don't let them get to you. I mean, hell, I moved on from a situation that happened a few weeks ago from a said individual who's a piece of shit, who I moved on from. I'm not name dropping people, but I moved on from a certain someone, and it's in the past. Everything is in the past. The past is in the past, ladies and gentlemen. You move on from it. And I know we're way off up for the Royal Rumble. I really understand it, but hey, it's our first podcast back. You guys wanted the losers. You're getting the freaking losers. And
you haven't seen us in a month and a half, so
obviously you have not seen
a lot of shit has happened since then.
Hey guys, I'm sorry to break it up, but I actually have to go. I got some other stuff I got to do with the family and everything.
All right, Ryan, before you go, I just want to ask you one last question, though, okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Your thoughts on Drew McIntyre winning the Royal Rumble match?
I thought it was the right pick. I thought they made the right decision. They could have gone with Roman winning it a second time, but I don't think he needed to win a second time because this is Drew McIntyre's moment, and his time is now. Seeing his reaction, oh my gosh, like it was absolutely incredible. I definitely think he does deserve this, and I'm very happy for Drew McIntyre. So I'm happy Drew McIntyre won the Royal Rumble match. So yeah, it was a very good one.
All right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, this was the Double R Wrestler Ryan. He's going to be heading out. Thank you very much.
All right.
Yes, sir. Ryan. Thank y'all very much.
Of course. Stay safe, loser.
Take care, guys.
There he goes. All right, so I guess we can move on from this.
He deserves some rest, honestly, doesn't he?
He does. He's had a long week. Let me tell you guys. Yeah, shout out to Double R. It's great to say. I haven't talked to the guys since It's been a long time, so let's talking to him.
Now let's talk about really quickly the last bits of the Rumble match. I want to quickly say, first of all, I think our talk on social media started with Matt Riddle.
Thanks a lot, Matt Riddle. You see what you got?
See what you did, Matt? Huh?
Yeah.
Matt, did you see what you did?
Yeah, see what you did, bro? All right, anyway. What I will say is I am shocked to say that I correctly guessed 4 entrants in this year's Rumble match. I correctly guessed Kofi Kingston, Shinsuke Nakamura, Roman Reigns, and Seth Rollins entry spots. I picked Seth Rollins to be number 30, and he was.
That's crazy. What about CM Punk? Oh, boy.
What? Here's the thing, I'll be honest, I truthfully thought CM Punk had a better chance to show up than Edge because Edge had at least had a career-threatening injury. But the other way around, actually.
Boy, were we proved wrong.
Oh, yes.
And here's the thing, and unlike most people, we're not afraid to admit when we've been proven wrong. We don't come up with a goddamn excuse or anything saying, we kind of figured it would happen. We were like, no, we did not think it would happen. We admit that. And when it did happen, we were legitimately shocked, which is a good thing. So that's why I let...
I was like a mommy's purse, and we put our big boy pants on like big men that we are, and we don't let anyone shit get to us.
That's why I just absolutely love... That's why I absolutely let everybody give me the, about that, Christian, or this tweet, or you're a fucking idiot. Now you called us clueless fucking idiots. And I still said I was wrong, and people are still like, that's not good enough.
That's not good enough. Nothing is really good enough for me.
Like from Pirates of the Caribbean. That's not good enough.
And I'm like,
I hit my damn hand.
Yeah.
What?
It's all right. It's all right. I once broke my hand while on Skype with Connor once.
That's Connor. Damn. I guess my reaction to McIntyre winning, just we're way off topic of the run, but I don't care. McIntyre's win, man, first of all, is well deserved. Him and Reigns being in the last 2, that was more shocking to me than anything. I actually thought Lesnar was gonna be in the final 4. I really thought Lesnar, and I'm gonna mention across WWE, no Cain Velasquez. Thank God.
Yeah, I'm surprised. He said he was gonna be in it.
Yeah, he said that's probably what got him in trouble. They probably took him out. He has no play. He has no business in WWE nor in a wrestling ring. Period. That's in my opinion. I just don't care about Cain Velasquez. Period.
I will admit though, his entrance theme's pretty catchy.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it's pretty good theme. Not bad. But yeah, Drew McIntyre winning the Rumble. I marked out. Non-starters. I'm gonna give a shout out to my friend Amanda Tackett. I know you're watching. Come on.
We know you're watching. If you're not watching, then what is wrong with you?
Yeah, I think just hearing her reaction. I mean, it kind of reminds me of my reaction last year to Becky Lynch winning. And Drew McIntyre is obviously her favorite wrestler, and obviously she's going to WrestleMania, her first takeover, something like that. So seeing her reaction as well, I had a big reaction, but I think this was basically for her. It was a really great moment. To see a friend like that, finally getting what she wants. It's great to see friends, get what they want for wrestling. It's great. It's cool. And just hearing people like that have seen their favorites reach the top, and I hope Drew does it. And he does deserve it, and I hope it closes WrestleMania, but I'm not holding my breath, though, on WWE. But he's going after the WWE title, and that's about it. Good.
That's about it, ladies and gentlemen. We just finished reviewing the weekend of events.
We got K-Money, Christian. We got K-Money. What was his...
Oh, yeah, your reaction, man, about McIntyre's win.
Reaction.
I'm not going to lie. I was... Me because Roman Reigns was my hero. I really thought he was going to win, but... Even as a Roman fan, even I had a clap for Drew
McIntyre.
Yeah, give him his congrats. Even I had to. Even though I wanted Reigns to win, and I really did. I really did. And if he did, I would have lost my damn voice. But even though he didn't win, I'm glad to see that Drew is finally getting a shot at a major title. Title.
That was great. And hopefully things are going to look good for WrestleMania when the time comes. But WrestleMania is now for another 2 months, so we have a little bit more to go. And and speaking of things that we still have coming up, as we all know, every road to someplace has a stop, right? For our case, it has multiple stops because, ladies and gentlemen, the Losers Lounge starting in a couple of weeks, have 5 consecutive weeks for you guys.
Oh, yeah.
I thought we'd close off this podcast by letting you guys know. First off, I want to say that's the end of our Royal Rumble review and Worlds Collide review. And what we got coming up, we got a lot of stops from both WWE and AEW. Because, yes, folks, going into 2020, we're going to continue to talk on AEW when the time comes.
Yep.
But we got coming up first. NXT TakeOver Portland's coming on February 16th. So we're going to be doing a podcast to predict that event. And that podcast will be released on Valentine's Day.
Yep.
The day of love.
I'm burning up in your love,
I'm burning it up in catering.
Well, technically, Maria Kanellis
back in NXT,
Maria
apparently.
Kanellis is actually pregnant.
Yes.
Is she still pregnant? Jeez.
Turns out the pregnancy was actually real. I was like, whoops. Because I predicted her to be in the Women's Rumble match, and when I found out that the pregnancy was actually real, not storyline, I was like, whoops.
Yeah, I didn't think it was real either because she started because right before Becky was about to hit her, she's like, wait, I'm pregnant, wait. And I'm like, God, wait, you serious? That sounded kind of desperate. And then it turns out she was really pregnant.
All right, what's next?
Ladies and gentlemen, what's
What's
next
next?
after that? After NXT Portland, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be reviewing NXT Portland. It will be released on February 21st. And then the following week, this is going to be interesting. We got a double predictions for both AEW Revolution, which takes place on the Leap Day of February 29th. And we're also doing predictions on Super Showdown. WWE Super Showdown is returning to Riyadh, Saudi Arabia on Thursday, February 27th, which I'm surprised because the Saudi Arabia events, they don't usually come around this early.
I know, right?
Why are y'all talking about Saudi Arabia?
Because we can.
And
'Cause I
because we
won't.
forgot to
Yeah.
talk about, we were not able to talk about Crown Jewel last year, and Crown Jewel was coincidentally the greatest one.
Yep.
And this is, I believe, our third Super Showdown.
Yeah,
And
the first
I'm
one
not-
was in Australia, then there was one in Jeddah and Riyadh, so it's been in 3 different locations around the world. But then after that, this is going to be interesting, guys. The following week, in the first week of March, y'all are getting another first, because it's going to be a severely busy day with the Losers Lounge. We're going to be reviewing the events of AEW Revolution and the Super Showdown event, followed by the predictions to the Elimination Chamber. That's how close together these shows are.
I hope you guys love these podcasts because we love doing it for you.
Yeah, and
I
here's
really hope you're ready.
here's the other thing. Like, you remember 2018, Willie, when we had Hell in a Cell, the Super Showdown, the SmackDown 1000, the Evolution, and the Crown Jewel, and then the Survivor Series. Considering they were all so close together, we had 8 consecutive weeks of podcasts.
Yes.
That was
I do
fun.
remember the toll it took on us.
That was fun.
I remember, this is a little behind the scenes, but I remember Christian telling us in our little lounge thing, he's telling us, like, if you guys want to take a break or whatever, you can. I'm like, no, I want to keep going.
Yeah, I was like, this is too stressful for you guys. Like, if you want to just, like, take a week off or something, when take this one off or something like that. And Willie, like, he was like, hell no, I'm staying in this.
I don't rest, guys. I love doing this.
Yeah.
Trust me, he really does not rest. This dude rarely sleeps.
I don't. And that is a fact nowadays. I rarely sleep. That is legit a fact.
Yeah, that is a fact.
Oh, God. Yeah.
I will say that it was absolutely crazy how things have been going on. And first off, oh my God, I just can't believe I forgot to tell everybody this. Willie, Heel Balor, I have to wish you congratulations.
Oh?
On your 50th podcast appearance.
That's awesome.
The first one out of all of us to have ever been on 50 podcasts.
Dang. Well, that's an accomplishment. Thank you.
Congratulations. 2018 and 2019 Losers Lounge Member of the Year and Optimistic Hall of Famer, Heel Balor.
Thank you, Christian. Thank you. Thank you to my fellow losers out there, as well as the fans who keep coming back for more. I say this every time, but it really is crazy how far we've come, and especially these past few weeks have been taking a toll on me. And it's once again great to be back on the podcast and talking and doing my thing. And I'm never giving up. I'm never going anywhere, and I'm here to stay.
Give us up. Never gonna let us down.
I love that song. I love that song.
And K-Money, I want to give a shout out to you, saying like, thanks for being a guest on the podcast. It was great having you here.
Oh yeah, I had a blast.
Yeah, well, welcome.
It
was great. Because of this, you may end up being nominated in 2020 Optimistic Awards. Who knows?
Who knows?
Guest of the year. Depends on what we do for guests in the future.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's it for us with guests until likely WrestleMania.
Yep.
Because of how much we have so much to talk about, I think we're going to stick with just us losers for for the stops leading up to Mania. Because we got 4 pay-per-views in a 30-day span.
Yeah, and I don't think there's enough time to squeeze guests in there. And plus, WrestleMania with it being big. If you thought last year's WrestleMania was long, oh God. Which we are not doing 8 hours, by the way. No.
It was.
No.
Wasn't it 6 hours?
Yeah, I thought it was 8 hours. We're not doing 6 hours.
Especially if it was 8 hours, you'd be like, we've been doing it as long as somebody has to be asleep for.
I'm not down to do 8 hours though.
No,
the podcast.
We're not doing that.
Good.
Well, we will discuss. Discuss the Hall of Fame. We will discuss NXT Takeover. What really led to like the long amount of time was the amount of people we had on the podcast and the fact that we were telling our story. This time, yes, it will be the start of WrestleMania. WrestleMania predictions, as always, is going to be the season premiere of the Losers Lounge. It's going to be season 3. Season 3.
3.
3 seasons of the Losers Lounge. It's going to be the season 3 premiere. It's going to be released on April 1st. No, that's not a joke. And we are going to be discussing the Hall of Fame. The inductees are going to be on there. Considering the fact we got NWO and Batista in there, we might have quite a bit to say about them.
Oh boy, especially from me for Batista. That's I'm saving.
That's why I'm thinking. I'm thinking we're going to try our best not to have too many people on the podcast this time.
Yeah. Sorry guys, we're not going to have too many people. And plus, I've been talking to Christian in the Wrestling Lounge that we want to have, new guests come on in. Like for example, K-Money, he's new. We don't want to have the same guest over and over again.
Yeah, we
just
might,
one more things.
2 other people were supposed to be the guests on this podcast. Unfortunately, they cannot make it, so they are considered names for future episodes.
Correct.
In the meantime, guys, hope you guys really enjoyed our podcast review on the Royal Rumble and Worlds Collide. The road to WrestleMania has begun. Or should I say the road to Longneck Josh's first WrestleMania.
Oh yeah.
I'm so proud of him. I'm glad I get to take him. Here's the thing. A funny fact about him. My bro Josh, he has attended only 2 pay-per-view events his whole life, and that was Royal Rumble and SummerSlam.
It's not bad though.
Well, if you want to count NXT Takeover, then 4.
Yeah.
I mean, this is gonna be his 3rd NXT Takeover in Tampa Bay, and this is gonna be his first WrestleMania. It's my 4th WrestleMania and my 6th NXT Takeover.
Well, look at you, Christian, just taking over the world.
The Losers Lounge are taking over the world.
That's a fact. We're taking over 2020. We're telling you guys right now.
This
we're taking over 2020.
is our year.
This is our world. We own this. We own this right here.
And you want to know why this is always going to be our year? Willie, end the podcast for us and tell them why.
Because we are the losers. And this is not only our lounge. Oh, no. This is not only our lounge. This is our world. And we own it. And you guys are just living in it.